Hello guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Naruto leaves Konoha for 6 years with 2 beautiful Sensei got Harem, part 1, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and also check the description. So let's begin the story. A young boy was running through the streets as far and hard as his little legs could. His torn clothes flapped as he ran, his untamable spiky blonde hair flowed with the wind, his breaths were heavy. His bright blue eyes filled with tears flowing down his face, and the boy's cheeks held whiskers like birthmarks, 3 on each cheek. This young boy looked no older than 6 years and was running for his life. As the boy ran down the streets, alleys, and anywhere he could just to live and see the next day. A mob was the cause of all this. The mob was not huge nor was it small. The known mob was looked to be made from simple village folk of this village, Konoha, that wielded all sorts of objects in their hands, from sticks to pipes to dough rollers to bats. "Look, there is that demon spawn, down that alley," yelled one of the villagers as he pointed towards the way with his pipe. The young blonde boy looked in fear as he ran even more down the alley. "He has been running for a while. These villagers won't quit. I hope I can make it," thought the young blonde. He now ran out of the alleys and now was heading through the park. He looked back as he saw that no one was now following him. The young boy found a spot next to a bush as he caught his breath. "It's the same every year, every day, but today, they looked like they wanted to kill me. Why is that I am treated like this? Why am I called a curse, a monster, a demon?" The young boy's train of thought was broken when he heard a woman yell, "There he is!" The blonde boy quickly turned to run when he collided into something. He fell to his little bottom and looked up. There he saw a man, a leaf ninja. The man was looking down at him. He had a smile on his face and said, "Don't worry, I'm here to help." The blonde was taken back by his words. Dozens of thoughts ran through his simple young mind. Is really going to help? Is he one of those few people who will treat me as a person? The boy was about to speak when suddenly he saw the man's smile again. The boy looked at the smile, as it turned from happiness to a completely different look from what it was seconds ago. The now smile was very different, and gave a murderous feeling, and his eyes, they gave an ice-cold glare towards the young boy. As the boy looked into the man's eyes, he could feel the feelings the man had. There were only 2, but the 2 were very powerful feelings. Anger and hatred, that was what the leaf nin's eyes held. Finally, out of nowhere, the leaf nin's foot collided with the poor blonde's body, which sent him a great amount of pain. "Did you really think I would help you?" The leaf shinobi scoffed and continued, "The day I help you is the day hell freezes over." The young blonde was grasping his stomach, which held the most pain. He coughed up a little blood while he listened to the man's rant. Suddenly the leaf ninja pulled out a kunai. The blonde saw the kunai and tried to run the other way. When he did, he once again collided into something and fell back. The boy looked up and his eyes widened. There was a man with a bat, and behind the man was the mob. The man which the boy ran into looked down to the blonde and evilly smirked while tapping his bat into his left palm. "Now you shall pay for your sins, demon brat!" yelled the man with the bat. The mob drew closer to the blonde. "Get ready to feel the pain we felt every night thinking of the ones you killed," yelled a woman as the mob drew even closer and slowly started to surround the blonde. The blonde turned around, preparing himself to run, until he saw the leaf ninja twirling his kunai around his index finger. But that wasn't the only thing that stopped the blind. On both of the leaf nin's sides were 2 more leaf ninjas, which looked as if they too wanted the boy's life. The middle shinobi laughed. Nowhere to run, demon. The blonde froze as he now realized he was surrounded by the angry mob. "Welcome to hell, demon monster!" yelled a random villager as the man threw a rock at the boy. The rock connected with his forehead, which now left a cut dripping blood down his face. The blonde flinched and fell to the ground. "Ah," was all the boy said, until one of the leaf ninjas kicked his stomach. The blonde fell to his side as pain was going through his stomach. He coughed up some blood and looked up to see the mob was closing in. The blonde was about to get up and try to make a break for it, but sadly a man whacked his back with a lead pipe. "Demon crap, stay down," said the villager who whacked the boy. The young blonde gave a small yelp as he fell back to the ground. Finally the mob started the attack. The small blonde was kicked and hit everywhere by sticks, pipes, stones, kicks, punches, and bats. During the beating, the blonde curled into a ball and covered his tiny head as he took all the pain, while many villagers cursed him and many questions ran through his mind at the same time. "Take this, demon brat!" yelled an enraged man as he beat the child with a stick. "Am I really a demon?" thought helpless blonde. "Evil hell spawn!" yelled the woman. "It makes no sense, what have I done?" again the boy asked himself. "Now do you feel all the pain you caused us to have?" The shinobi with the kunai said as he slowly drew closer to the young boy. "Have I really caused this much pain to these people? But how? I'm just a 6-year-old child." The blonde was now starting to black out. As his vision faded, he heard all the insults of the mob. "Die, demon! See you in hell, bastard! Monster! Monster! That is what you are, a monster! You took our family for us and now we'll kill you in exchange." Those were some of the things the young one heard. His vision still faded and everything was getting fuzzy. He saw the shinobi with the kunai twirling around his index finger slowly approach him. The leaf nin stopped halfway and smirked as he said, "Now this is the end, Kyubi." The blonde heard that and saw him through the kunai. Everything slowed down as he thought one last thing before blacking out. "Kyubi? Why did he call me Kyubi? Like it matters. Goodbye, old man, I am a burden to you and to the village no more." Finally, with his goodbye, the boy now known as Naruto blacked out. Unknown area. Naruto, now laying down on his back, slowly opened his eyes only to see nothing but a light shining down on him. Naruto laughed as he talked to himself. "So this is what happens when you die. Boring." Naruto slowly stood up as he looked to his left and to his right. "Kyuso, nothing. I guess there really isn't a giant bowl of infinite Ichiraku ramen. Damn, I guess I should apologize to Hokage Jiji-san for yell." Naruto suddenly stopped mid-sentence and started to cry. "Oh Jiji-san, Ichiraku Jiji-san, I am Chan, I'll never see them again." Naruto was now sitting with his knees to his chest and hugging them as he continued to cry until he heard a whisper. Naruto, the whisper was soft and a little creepy. Naruto looked to both of his sides quickly. Naruto, the whisper continued but was a little louder this time. "WWW, who's there?" Naruto replied as he was slowly getting scared. "Naruto." The mysterious voice continued and ended with a low laugh. "If this is a joke, it's not funny." Naruto was now standing up and preparing to run. "Naruto, I'm coming for you." The voice echoed, and at that point Naruto sped right off in any direction. "Leave me alone!" Naruto cried out as he ran with his eyes shut. "Why?" the voice asked back. "'Cause you're scaring me, OF." At that point Naruto ran full speed into something. It felt like a fence. "Ah damn it, even in death I feel pain." "What, the dead are going to beat me too?" Naruto said out loud as he rubbed the side of his skull. Naruto suddenly heard laughter, only this time it was coming from in front of him. What?" he asked himself. In front of him was a giant cage, and on the bars was a piece of paper with the word seal on it. Naruto stood up and looked at the seal for a couple of seconds and asked himself, what in the hell is this? He had a confused look until he walked up to the bars and grabbed a hold of a bar in each hand, then looked closely into the cage. Boo! A giant red-orange fox's face with an evil grin appeared in front of his face, and scared the holy shite out of the poor 6-year-old. Naruto fell to his butt and looked back at the fox with pure fear in his eyes. Naruto was frozen in his spot as wanted to scream but was unable to move anything. The fox noticed this and decided to slowly move its claws towards Naruto. Through Naruto's eyes, as the claws drew closer, he started crying and curled into a ball and screamed to the fox, "Leave me alone. I haven't done anything wrong. Sure, I pulled a couple of pranks, but it was for attention. Please, I haven't got anything. Don't hurt me." Naruto was now in a full-blown tear fest. He let out everything in the tears, all the pain he had, the lonely feeling, the anger, sorrow, and the empty feeling he had. As Naruto cried, the claw stopped and went back into the shadows, and out of the shadow came a giant fox slowly walking towards the crying boy. As it got closer, red flames quickly engulfed the fox for a couple of seconds, and when the flames disappeared, there stood a beautiful woman. The woman had long red-orange hair which looked silky smooth all the way down to her waist. Her eyes were light red that glowed with the intensity of a flame. She wore a white kimono which had falling sakura leaves design on it, and even though she wore the kimono, You could tell she had a very beautiful, slender, and sexy body. The woman finally reached Naruto and noticed that he was still crying. The woman had a look of regret on her face. She crouched down, stuck her hand out, and touched the boy's hair, lightly stroked it, and said, "I'm sorry, Naruto-kun, I guess I got carried away." Naruto instantly stopped crying and slowly looked up. Naruto looked up and gasped. "Be beautiful," he suddenly blurted out and blushed pink from embarrassment. The woman stopped stroking him and smiled as she took her arm back into the cage. "Why, thank you, Naruto-kun." He blushed a deeper shade of pink because he never expected the woman to thank him. "Huh, why is she being nice to me? Isn't she going to run or scream or something? Wait, what is a nice woman like her doing here?" Naruto thought. The woman giggled. "Why wouldn't I be nice to you, Naruto-kun, and why would I run away from a sweet person as yourself?" Naruto looked back at her confused. "What? How did you do? Who are you? Are you Kami?" Naruto asked the woman before him. The woman giggled. She got on her knees and gave Naruto a quick stroke on his head and began to explain things. "Hello, Naruto-kun, I guess you want some answers now, huh?" the woman asked. Naruto nodded quietly. "Well, for starters, I guess I'll tell you where we are. This may sound crazy, but we are in your mind," the woman explained as Naruto just looked at her. "Okay, wait, what?" Naruto's expressions changed from unmoving to thinking to a full-blown donkey face, confused. The woman laughed out loud at Naruto's antics. "Yes, Naruto-kun, it is very shocking. We are in your mind, or as I call it, Naruto's Mindscape," the woman said in a cheery voice. Naruto just looked back at her with slight confusion. "Okay then, who are you and why are you here?" Naruto asked the woman back. When the woman heard the last question, she tensed up. Luckily, Naruto did not notice her reaction. "Oh boy, how am I going to explain this? I am a demon queen, shit. Well, I'm still not married, nor have I even made any actual attempt to even find a mate. Damn it, I haven't had my first kiss yet. What in the 9 levels of hell?" As the so-called demon queen continued her inner rant, she was oblivious of the young blonde lad trying to get her attention. "Excuse me, miss?" Naruto quietly called out to the demon queen. No answer. "Excuse me," he continued with unsuccess. Naruto was now a little annoyed at the woman. "Obaka!" Naruto was now just plain frustrated. He scratched his head trying to think of a way to get the woman out of her deep thought. Naruto suddenly perked up and remembered something old man Hokage told him some time ago. Flashback. Naruto and the Hokage were sitting outside of the Ichiraku ramen stand. A 5-year-old Naruto happily ate his 9th bowl of ramen, while enjoying a little life talk. "Now, Naruto, what you said to my secretary was not a very nice thing to do," the Hokage stated to the young ramen-eating machine. "Why?" "She was being mean to me. The lady asked if I wanted something to eat. Of course I accepted because free food, right? Anyway, right after my answer she told me to shut up and also said that a bastard, whatever that means, like me doesn't deserve food." As Naruto finished his short story, he continued to devour his now 11th bowl. The Hokage looked at the young boy as he thought to himself, why do these people treat the poor child like this? What has he done? He is only 5 and so pure even with all the hate sent towards him. Sarutobi sighed. "Naruto, even if she did do that, you should show her respect. And I'm sure calling a woman an old fart bag is not a form of respect." Naruto looked back at the Hokage. "Why?" he asked. Sarutobi smiled. "Because women are stronger than men. But all the best shinobi in the world that I know are men, and they have really great ninjutsus and taijutsus." Naruto debated. But Naruto, that may be true, but in life women go through more obstacles than males." Sarutobi countered Naruto's sentence. "Like what?" the young blonde asked curiously. "Easy, childbirth is one of the obvious and most common thoughts of." He paused for a quick 3 seconds. "You do know where babies come from, right?" Naruto looked back at him. "I know the woman gives birth, but I don't know how. Can you tell me?" Sarutobi started to sweat a little, then answered back, "I do, but I'll tell you that later. Anyway, since women go through extreme pain with birth, you should show them respect. But if you need to get attention of a woman, calling her old will help. Be warned, if you do, Naruto, be prepared to feel the wrath of something even more terrifying than the Kyuubi, the wrath of a woman called old." Sarutobi finished. Okay, I get it, old man, sheesh. Women are special, so treat them well. Naruto started and began eating one last bowl. Good. The Hokage was about to dig in his ramen when he noticed something was missing. His bowl of ramen. He turned to the blonde. You ate my ramen? Naruto flashed his foxy grin. Well, you took so long, and it was getting cold, so. Sarutobi growled. What did I just tell you about respect? Naruto grinned. You told me to respect women, old man. Sarutobi just sighed. End flashback. Naruto took a deep breath, preparing him for the wrath of a woman. Oba-chan. I'm waiting for an answer. The woman snapped out of her inner rant and looked at the blonde with fire in her eyes. Literally, did you just call me a Graham? She was cut off by Naruto, who continuously bowed in respect while saying Ashikarazu with each bow. Gomenasai, you were spacing out for a while and I still have some questions. I'm sorry. Naruto bowed at the end. The woman looked back at the blonde with much surprise. Well, that was unexpected. Wait. No, it wasn't. He must have remembered that talk with the Hokage. I must have missed the flashback while deep in thought about my love life. Damn, I need to find a suitable husband. The woman finally took notice of our blonde hero again. So, where was I? Oh yeah, we are in your Mindscape. Naruto looked back at her sternly. Arigato, already knows that. Could you please tell me who you are and why you are here? The woman sighed again. Naruto-kun, do you know the story of how the legendary Kyuubi no Kitsune attacked your village 6 years ago? The woman asked. Of course I do. It was killed by the Yondaime. But in the process the Yondaime was killed shortly after the battle. Everyone knows the story. Naruto answered back. The woman wasn't surprised when she heard that version of the story. Well, part of it was right, Naruto-kun. The blonde was confused from her answer. I don't get it? What do you mean by that version, and how is this related to anything? The woman had a serious face as she looked back at Naruto. This story is as important to this situation as the Hokage is to Konoha. Naruto's eyes widened but stayed silent. The woman smiled. Naruto-kun, the shortened version of the real story is, while Kyuubi was attacking the village, Yondaime appeared. They fought for a short while until the Yondaime suddenly made some seals and a Shikigami appeared. The Yondaime made a deal with the Shikigami. He exchanged his very own life to seal the Kyuubi. The Yondaime sealed the Kyuubi into an infant child. Now 6 years later the holder of the Kyuubi stands before me. Yes, Naruto-kun, you are the child that was used for the sealing. Finally, before you ask, no, you are not the demon, you are just the container no matter what anyone says. Naruto-kun, motionless. That's what Naruto was for a couple of minutes until he asked Bibi, but if all that is true, don't I know anything about it? And how do you know all this? Who are you? My name is Kyuubi no Kitsune. Kyuubi stood there watching Naruto nervously, waiting for a reaction from him. And Naruto-kun, are you alright? Naruto just stood there in deep thought. Kyuubi decided not to pry into Naruto's business. So the story that I was told was a lie? Hokage Jiji-chan lied to me? My very own hero, the very person I wished to be like, was part of the cause of my pain. And this person, this nice lady, is the Kyuubi? What the hell is happening? Everything is mixed up. Finally Naruto snapped out of his deep thought and looked back at Kyuubi-san. He looked her in the eyes. Why? Why did you attack the village? Kyuubi wasn't surprised that he wanted some answers. After being hated for an unknown reason since you could remember, and suddenly meeting the reason face to face is some hell of shock. Kyuubi sighed before answering. Come in, Naruto-kun, I'll tell you everything from the beginning. Naruto looked back at her as if she was crazy. No, I think I'll take my chances here on this side of the cage. Kyuubi was confused about why he wouldn't at least come in. Then it hit her, she just told him she is Kyuubi no Kitsune. It was understandable that he felt uneasy about going into a cage with someone like her. I understand, Naruto-kun. You can stay there if you want. Although remember this, I am trapped in you by a special seal, therefore if you die, I die. Even if I wanted to kill you, I couldn't. She finished while closing her eyes and taking some deep breaths. When Kyuubi opened her eyes, she was surprised to see Naruto on the same side of the cage with her. Nanny! I thought you didn't trust me, Naruto-kun. He walked up to her and bowed. I'm sorry, Kyuubi-san. I don't know much about seals or anything, but I am willing to trust you. He ended with a smile. Kyubi was surprised that he was already willing to trust her. Arigato Naruto-kun. But there is no need to apologize. It is understandable because I am sure that meeting the demon princess of the 9 levels of hell is not an everyday thing. Princess? I thought you were demon lord or something. Naruto added. I'll explain that with the rest of Naruto-kun. Let's go then. Naruto nodded as a sign of acceptance. The two figures walked for a short while until Kyubi stopped. Well, this seems far enough. Naruto was confused. It looked the same as everywhere else except the cage was farther. Ano, Kyubi-san, I don't see anything different around here except the cage bars are farther from here. Kyubi grinned. Naruto-kun, I already told you that we are in your mind, right? Naruto nodded. So since we are in your mind, you have full control of this entire place. I don't get it. Naruto replied. Okay, try this then. Concentrate and think of a toy ball. Naruto nodded, closed his eyes and did what he was told. Instantly a red bouncing ball appeared in front of Naruto. Cool, Kyubi-san, said Naruto as he bounced the ball until he hit himself on the head. Very good, Naruto. Now to make the object disappear, just think of it disappearing and it will. Kyubi smiled as she watched his antics with the ball. Suddenly Naruto stopped. If I can make anything appear, then I can have free ramen then, right? Kyubi giggled a little. Sorry, Naruto-kun. You are only half right. True that you can have free ramen, but it will not fill you up, nor will it have any taste. Naruto's face turned into a sad one, but quickly dismissed it as soon as he remembered why he was following Kyubi. So, what do you want me to do with this ability? Well, since you can make almost anything, why don't you have a nice cage with great scenery? Hi, Kyubi-san. I got just the scenery in mind. He quickly concentrated an image from his head. Suddenly the whole cage area transformed into a beautiful park area. There was a lake that had a pure blue color. Many fishes in the lake could be seen. Even if the fishes were fake, they helped make the lake look lively. The sky was clear and sunny with a couple of clouds in there. The land was covered with soft green grass all over like a blanket. A couple of fully bloomed sakura trees were placed all over. A breeze could be felt as it blew some of the sakura leaves across to enhance the beauty of the scenery. And finally, at the area that Naruto and Kyubi were standing was being shaded by a sakura tree with a blanket laid where they stood. Naruto looked at the now beautiful park as he turned to Kyubi. Just like I pictured it to be. Kyubi was speechless. She couldn't believe a child could think of something as beautiful as the park before her. And Naruto-kun, this place is beautiful. Where on earth did you find a place like this? Naruto gave her a foxy grin. I didn't. I thought of a place that I would want to share with the ones I care about. It was as simple as that. Well, Naruto-kun, for a child of 6 you sure are romantic, huh? Kyubi smiled at him. Just wait till you grow up. You sure will be a heartbreaker. What do you mean, Kyubi-san? Naruto looked at her with a clueless expression. Kyubi just giggled. I'll tell you when you're a little older. Although I'm pretty sure you'll find out yourself. She took a seat in a very formal form. A/N. You know the position. Legs curled under the body as the person sits on their knees to their toes. Naruto followed except for the fact he just sat with his legs crossed. Alright Naruto, listen up. This may take a while, Kyubi sighed. As you know, I am Kyubi no Kitsune, the so-called Lord of the 9 levels hell, correct? Naruto just nodded. Well, the truth is, I am not the true lord, nor am I the strongest. Naruto's eyes widened. Kyubi-san, if you are not the strongest, then who is? Naruto asked. Kyubi smiled as she expected that kind of reaction. My father, Aki, no Kitsune, is the strongest of all the demons. He is the current lord of hell. I, Kyubi no Kitsune, is his oldest kit, therefore I am the heiress of hell. That makes me a demon princess. Also, I have a little sister named Kuri. Naruto was fully interested in finding out more. Ano, why is that you are known as the Demon Lord? Simple, Naruto-kun. My father did not want to be known outside of the demon society. So never speak of this again. Is that understood? Hi, Kyubi-heim. Kyubi was not ready for her new nickname Kyubi-heim. And Naruto-kun, why did you call me that? Asked Kyubi with a faint pink blush. Even if she was a princess, no one had ever called her home before. It was always with the formalities, Kyubi-sama. Naruto looked a little bit confused. Why shouldn't I be a demon princess? But a princess is a princess nonetheless. At which point Naruto got into the same seating position as Kyubi and bowed once again for the umpteenth time to her. Kyubi-hime, I am sorry for any disrespect I've shown towards you. Kyubi was surprised by the way Naruto acted. He is so polite that it's scary. There is no need for that, Naruto-kun. You have shown nothing but respect to me. Naruto raised his head and sat back down into his position earlier. Hi. Okay, now where was I? Kyubi scratched her chin as she tried to remember. Right, now that you know who I am, I'll tell you why I attacked the village. Naruto stayed quiet as she began. This happened 6 years ago. My father was attacked by a forbidden jutsu, the Onibayuki. Kyubi-hime, what does the jutsu do? It creates a powerful poison that only affects demons. It causes the demon it is directed at to be paralyzed for a set amount of time, but to use it you must use an insane amount of human chakra, and a seal is in order with 5 human sacrifices. Naruto's eyes widened. Why? Why would someone make such a horrible jutsu, especially one with such a great trade? Well, Naruto-kun, as you know there are many demons, correct? He nodded. We may all be demons, but we all are different also. So are peaceful people such as my father surprisingly, and others that are insane like the Shikaku. Naruto was dumbfounded to hear that the demon lord of hell himself was said to be peaceful. Normally he wouldn't believe it, but this was coming from the demon lord's daughter. Is he really peaceful? Kyubi's face turned into an annoyed look and sighed. Hi, he was. He didn't have any problems with humans. He was too kind for Hell's throne, but he also was extremely and insanely powerful. But he also was very strict. He wanted only the best for me. That's why I am known as the Lord of Hell to you humans. My father wanted me to be respected. Your father sounds like he is a great father. Kyubi smiled. Arigato, Naruto-kun. But we need to continue. Hi. Well, here is the story. My father and I were in a forest. We both were hunting. At the time Kuri was with us, we were teaching her how to hunt as she was just old enough to do so. As we quickly ran through the forest teaching Kuri the ropes, we came across a snake. Normally we would just ignore it, but the snake was different. How so, Kyubi-hime? The snake's appearance looked normal only if you exclude the fact that it was as big as a house, and that was its size as it was rolled up. But that wasn't the thing that got my father's attention as did mine. The snake had a weird scent to it. We would have dismissed it but the fact that it wasn't every day to find a huge snake the size of a house. So we engaged the snake while still teaching Kuri how to attack something bigger than her. A/N. They are in the form of a normal size fox except the number of tails. As we fought the snake we started to get a strange scent, a very foul scent that smelt of humans, blood, and a very distinct smell of snakes. At that point father decided to finish the job and used some demonic chakra and enhanced its fangs. When he bit the snake's head it looked as if it instantly died as it fell to the ground unmoving. Just as father let go of the death grip his jaws had, the snake started to disintegrate as it left a thin purple smog my father accidentally inhaled. Naruto understood what happened to her father. He got paralyzed, didn't he? Kyubi nodded, although that is not all. My father slumped down. I was going to help him until I heard a yelp. I turned to Kuri. I saw Kuri that I did, but that was not all. Holding Kuri with a sword at her neck was a man. The man had very pale skin, very long pitch black hair, and his eyes were yellow with black slits. He wore a robe with a bunch of other things. At the sight my father was enraged. He hated seeing his kin attacked. The man grinned at my father and introduced himself. His name was Orochimaru. Naruto gasped. That name, that man, he was the legendary Snake Sannin. Hi, he is. I asked what he wanted with my family and he laughed. He told us that he wanted us to attack Konoha and if we refused he would attack Kuri. Kyubi's hands clenched the kimono with anger. Naruto also was feeling anger. He may have not known Kuri or Orochimaru, but what Orochimaru was doing was completely wrong. That bastard. Oro team, my father and I wanted to decline, but he had Kuri. I have no choice, Kyubi said while holding back her tears. I accepted to attack the village, but only wished to keep father out of it. Slowly hot tears started to flow down his cheeks. I hated to do it but it had to be done. I was able to save Kuri but in exchange I killed so many innocents. I knew the consequences but it had to be done. I fully knew I was going to kill Minnie but still went with it. I'm so sorry, Naruto-kun. Kyubi finally let her tears fly as she covered her face with her hands in shame. Do not deserve forgiveness. Suddenly Kyubi felt arm wrap around her body. She felt a small body in front comforting her, as she felt a hand stroke her back to calm her down. Even though her eyes were still closed, she instantly knew who the person was. And Naruto-kun? Kyubi-hime, you are wrong. You had no choice, it was your sister after all. I would have done the same also. You deserve to be forgiven. It must have hurt knowing that you killed countless with your own hands. While doing so you were sealed in me and caused me pain. Kyubi stiffened when she heard the last sentence. But now that I am fully aware of the story, I can say that I forgive you. I understand the circumstances, and for that I still forgive you, Kyubi-hime. Kyubi was now surprised at the fact that he had forgiven him. He understood her position, and still called her Kyubi-hime. Arigato, Naruto-kun. She wrapped her arms around him, and hugged him back. You're welcome, Kyubi-hime, he said with a smile. Naruto was happy to finally know why he was hated and made a new friend. When Kyubi looked at his face, she was blessed to see a smile. No, not any smile, it was his true smile. Kyubi was about the fourth person to see his true smile. The Hokage was the first, along with the two people at the ramen shop, the old man and Ayame-san. As Naruto continued to smile, he started to fade away. In fact, he could feel it. Kyubi-hime. What's happening? It looks like you're leaving, Naruto-kun, again. Nanny! But I like it here. Naruto panicked and let Kyubi go. Kyubi giggled. Don't worry, we'll see each other again. But I'm dead. How we'll see you again? Shit! I forgot to tell him that he was not dead. What the hell? That's not something to forget about. Oh well, he will find out. Don't worry, Naruto-kun, you'll see. And with that he finally disappeared. Unknown white room. An open window let in a cool breeze. The sun shined brightly through the window. Outside was a view of a monument with 4 faces carved into it, and a busy village bustling around. A familiar blonde demon container let out a groan as he slowly opened his piercing blue eyes. Naruto's vision was still blurry, but as he got them into focus he was greeted to see a girl. Wow, you're beautiful. Are you an angel? The young girl just stood in her spot stiff, as she had a faint pink blush on her face. Ayano, I'm not an angel. Nanny! She's not an angel. This can't be heaven then. Naruto thought to himself until, no! Not the other place. Naruto yelled as he jumped out of his bed and started to run around the room. The poor girl was so surprised by Naruto's outburst, she fell on her butt. But her shock did not last long as she quickly got back up and tried to calm Naruto down. Hey! Baka, what the hell is your problem? The girl screamed, but it was useless as our blonde hero continued to run around screaming his tiny lungs out. Suddenly the door burst open, revealing the Hokage with 2 people. One was a man with long brownish blonde hair and a ponytail. Hiding behind the strands of hair on the man's forehead was a leaf headband. The man's eyes held a dark brown color. A/N. I forgot his eye color. I think it was brown. I don't think it is turquoise green like Ino's. Please tell me. His skin color tanned from the training in the sun. His attire consisted of a black long-sleeved shirt with the sleeves rolled to his upper forearms, a forest green jounin vest, and over all of the previous clothing was a simple dark red sleeveless overcoat. The man's pants were the average black shinobi cargo with black ninja sandals. The other man was an ANBU. The ANBU's mask, which hid the gender to everyone, was in the shape of the dog. The attire of this ANBU was the same as the others. The black cloak covered the ANBU's entire body, and strapped to the ANBU's back was a simple katana. Naruto-kun! What's wrong? What happened? The Hokage commanded but was ignored. Hokage-sama, allow me. The ANBU spoke. The Hokage nodded. Just as the Hokage nodded, the ANBU caught the screaming Naruto. Naruto felt someone grab him and held him still. He looked at the person only to see the ANBU, but he did not know that. Naruto struggled to get free as he yelled out, "Help! Satan's got me!" Everyone in the room raised an eyebrow, with everyone thinking the same thing. What the hell is he talking about? Naruto somehow escaped from the ANBU's grasp and turned to make a run for it. Just as the little demon container turned, he saw a familiar face. Aji-san! What are you doing in hell? Naruto said in a very surprised voice. The Hokage's sweat dropped. What in the hell is Naruto talking about? The Hokage thought. Naruto-kun, what are you talking about? Asked the old man. Naruto suddenly looked around. He noticed he was in a hospital room surrounded by people, by which he didn't know most of them. Naruto, embarrassed by his actions earlier, apologized. Sorry. Naruto flashed his foxy grin. Now Naruto-kun, mind telling everyone here what happened? The Hokage asked. Naruto, still showing his foxy grin, took a seat on his bed. Hi, Aji-san, but would you mind telling me who these people are? He asked as Naruto pointed to the girl, the ANBU, and Inoichi. Hokage nodded. But before the Hokage could do more, the ANBU stepped forward. Ahem. Well, I guess I should start. The ANBU slowly removed his mask. After fully removing the dog mask and pulling the hood down revealed the face. Now stood before them was a man. His silver hair spiked straight up and some leaned towards the left. His left eye was covered by a cloth which acted like a bandana wrapped around his forehead. Trailing down his face showed a black face mask that covered from his nose down. The only part of the man's face that was shown was his right eye. That very eye gave a very lazy look. Konnichiwa, name Hitaki Kakashi. The ANBU, now known as Kakashi, leaned into Naruto with his eye in an upside-down U shape as a sigh of a smile. What about your other mask? I want to see your face, Kakashi-san. Naruto grumbled as he waited for Kakashi to show his face. Huh? Did you say something? Lazily replied Kakashi as he held out an orange book with his nose already dug in, only showing his open eye for a second until he returned to his book with a little giggle. Naruto was okay with being ignored, but he hated it. He recognized the orange book of naughtiness as Aika Paradise. He once read a page from the Hokage, and that single page caused him to faint with a nosebleed. Ironically, Naruto had found out about the Hokage's hobby the same day he had the talk about respecting women. Hypocrite. Was all that Naruto thought about the Hokage. Baka. Hitaki hentai. Listen to me. Naruto raged on as the others just smiled and sweat dropped at the name Naruto came up with. The Hokage cleared his throat as he began to speak. That's enough, Naruto-kun. Naruto just grumbled as he sat back down, crossed his arms, and stuck his tongue at Kakashi, who answered back with a raised eyebrow. The Hokage just sighed. Inoichi-san, would you mind introducing you and your daughter? The long-haired man smiled back, gladly. Inoichi walked towards Naruto with the girl. Inoichi smiled at the QB container. Naruto simply raised an eyebrow and tilted his head to the left. Inoichi smirked. Heya kiddo, name's Yamanaka Inoichi, Jonin. Inoichi brought his hand up as a gesture for a handshake. Naruto looked at the man's hand and then his face. Finally he grabbed the hand and shook it with a smile. Nice to meet ya, Inoichi-san, Naruto said with much happiness in the sound of his voice. Once they let go, Inoichi stepped to the side. Now in place of where he was, now stood a young girl from earlier. Naruto looked at the girl closely so he could get a good look at her. The young girl now stood adjacent to Naruto. She had pale shoulder-length blonde hair. To the left of her hair was a flower hairpin which held a couple strands. Her turquoise-green eyes glowed like little emeralds. She was small, but that was understandable by the fact she looked no older than Naruto. Her clothes were simply a cute light orange t-shirt, light blue shorts, and a pair of normal sandals. Yamanaka Ino just held her hand out as she waited for a reply. Uzumaki Naruto shook her hand and they both smiled. The Hokage smiled. Thank you, Kami, for granting Naruto a chance to have a friend. Sarutobi thought as he began to talk. Good, now that the introductions are over we have a matter to attend. He turned to Naruto. Naruto-kun, why were you screaming earlier today? Naruto quickly answered, well, when I awoke everything was a little fuzzy. When my vision came into focus, the first thing or person I saw was Ino-san. But Naruto-kun, what does that have to do with you screaming? I mean, Ino-chan's face isn't that scary, right? Inoichi laughed, though he regretted it when Ino hit him on the head with the full force of a pissed-off woman. Gomen, I'm not done yet. Well, when I first saw Ino-san, with the way the sunlight came in, I thought she was an angel. Naruto smiled at Ino. Ino blushed remembering that moment. She tried to hide the blush but failed, as everyone except for Naruto, of course, Ah, my info-chan's growing up, Inoichi thought with a smirk. Naruto continued, well, after she told me that she wasn't an angel, I kinda jumped to conclusions and thought that I was in hell or something. So now we're here. Sarutobi sighed at Naruto. Well, Naruto, since you just got up today, why don't you rest a few more days and we'll talk about why you're here? Naruto nodded. But Aji-san, it'll get boring here and the ramen will make this place like hell, he complained. Inoichi butted in at this point. Don't worry, kid. I'll make sure Ino visits you. Ano. Arigato, Inoichi-san, but I couldn't Ino have a life also? So I humbly declined. Naruto was a little sad that he gave up the company, but he did not want people to just come because they had to. When Ino heard this, she gained a stress vein on her forehead. Are you saying that I'm not good enough to keep you company? Ino exploded. Naruto was terrified, and no. That's not, he was cut off. That's it. I'll come by every day just to show you how unworthy you are. With her rant over, Ino huffed out of the room, leaving a scared Naruto and 3 laughing adults. Inoichi bowed at the Hokage and left with the now furious Ino. So after Inoichi left, the Hokage looked back at our blonde hero. Well, Naruto-kun, looks like we don't have to worry about you being alone, do we? Quiet. Ajiase. Naruto wasn't able to complete his sentence. Naruto suddenly felt a little lightheaded as he began to stumble a little. Luckily for him, Kakashi finally got his nose out of his so-called Bible and assisted the slightly wobbled boy. Easy there, Naruto-kun, Kakashi supposed as he laid Naruto back onto the bed. Hi, arigato, Kakashi-san. I just suddenly had a dizzy feeling, Naruto said as he still looked a little woozy. Well, Naruto-kun, that's not a surprise. One day we found you screaming and yelling. You struggled a little with Kakashi-san over there, and got verbally attacked by Ino-chan. And this all happened the day you awoke. Naruto just gave him a foxy grin. Hey Aji-san, how long have I been out? Well, about a week at least, the Hokage replied. Hee, guess the villagers really did a number on me this time, did they? Naruto looked down with a hint of pain. The room fell into an uncomfortable silence. Naruto continued to look down. Sarutobi tried to think of what to say. Kakashi stayed silent as he turned the page. He made a silent giggle as he continued to read his novel. Hey Aji-san, can you tell me what the heck just happened while I was out? Naruto unexpectedly asked while breaking the silence. Are you sure, Naruto-kun? I mean, you just awoke minutes ago, the Hokage worriedly asked. Naruto smiled at the Hokage. Arigato, Aji-san. I feel alright, really. Can you just tell me what happened? Naruto-kun, you should really get back to bed and rest, you're really fatigued. The old man argued back. Naruto gave a stern look back at the old man. Fine, at least hear me out, alright? The Hokage gave a heavy sigh. Hi, go for it, Naruto-kun. Naruto nodded as he gave the Hokage a serious look. I spoke with the Kyuubi, he simply stated. As those words left Naruto's lips, the Hokage visibly flinched and looked at Naruto wide-eyed. Kami, he knows. This also made Kakashi stop reading his novel. He hated the fox as it was his fault for the loss of his sensei, the yondaime. Arashi-sensei. Kakashi stuffed his book back into his pocket for the conversation that just got very interesting. The Hokage finally shook himself out of his trance. And Naruto-kun, what did the fox say to you? Naruto grinned. Well, I'll tell you my story if you tell me your story. Sarutobi silently grumbled. Alright, but after you must rest. Hi. Alright, what was the last thing you remember about Naruto-kun? Naruto thought for a moment. The last thing I remember was the kunai slowly heading for me. The Hokage rubbed his chin as he thought to himself, should I leave some things out? No, I can't risk it. The Kyuubi might be able to see through Naruto's eyes if he is conscious or not. The Hokage was interrupted by Kakashi, who looked at him with a serious stare. Hokage-sama, please allow me to explain. I will not leave anything out. Arigato, Kakashi-san, please do. The Hokage gave Kakashi a nod. Kakashi turned to the young blonde. Well, Naruto, this is how everything went down a week ago. Flashback. As the kunai flew towards the now beaten child, everything slowed down. The kunai drew closer inches from his neck until, clang! The said kunai was intercepted from its target by another kunai. Quickly as the sound was heard, an ANBU squad of 5 appeared with Kakashi hidden in his mask leading. What the hell are you Chunins doing? Asked Kakashi. The lead shinobi who was the cause of the deflected kunai spoke. What are we doing? We all are trying to save this village from that demon. A man from the mob yelled as he supported the Chunin. That's right. We are tired of the evil that walks our streets. It must die in exchange for the lives it took 6 years ago, yelled a woman. Kakashi felt as if it was time to end the chaos. He was worried about the bleeding child his squad surrounded. Tori, bird, Tora, tiger, Hayo, panther, help with crow control, Nico, cat, watch the Uzumaki kid, I'll quickly finish the Chunits. Nico nodded as the said ANBU member picked up Naruto and waited for the others to finish their mission. Kakashi, or in ANBU code Inu, dog, dashed for the 3 Chunits. He drew his katana in an attempt to incapacitate the 3. Kakashi's blade was just seconds away from one of the Chunins' faces. Kakashi was sure he was going to make contact. Unfortunately, another katana blade blocked his strike. Torai! What is the meaning of this? Kakashi asked. Torai said nothing while he began to strike back with his katana. Kakashi began to parry the blows as he had no intentions of killing a comrade. Answer me, Tori! What are you doing? He asked as another strike from the katana grazed his upper left arm. The minor wound did little damage as Kakashi slightly flinched. Meanwhile, Nico held the unconscious Naruto as she watched the events take place. She laid Naruto onto the ground as she began to check his wounds. His wounds are bad, but they are slowly healing. Must be the Kyuubi. Just as Nico finished the light examination, a kunai came flying towards her and the child. Quickly, she deflected it. In one swift motion, she picked up the blonde and went into a defensive position as she stared wide-eyed at the perpetrators. Hi, Tora, are you defecting as well? Unlike Kakashi's question, Nico's answer was hi, we are. I agree with most of the villagers, the demon must die. You stated as he charged for the ANBU who is busy with the blonde. Nico dodges as she runs away from the katana. Kakashi heard what you had said as he turned his attention back to his fight with Tori. Torai, I know the Kyuubi killed your wife and 2-year-old son, but that boy is not the Kyuubi nor is he a demon, Kakashi yelled as he went blade to blade with the defeated ANBU. The Chunins joined in the fray. All 3 attacked Kakashi as he now went on the defensive. Kyuso. I can't use any jutsus. The mob is still kinda close and Nico, and I can't escape. Oof. Kakashi was hit by a swift kick into his stomach as he slid back. Aya! A high-pitched scream was heard. Kakashi turned to check on Nico. Nico was successfully dodging at the moment, although she still was worried about Naruto's wounds. This caused her to be distracted enough to be hit by a thrust kick to her spine courtesy of you. From the moment Nico was hit, her grip on Naruto loosened and caused him to fly towards a good amount of distance from Kakashi and Nico. As Nico collided with a tree, she began to scout for Naruto with her eyes as she tried to get up. By this point, Kakashi had seen what happened as tried to approach Naruto. Tora saw Naruto was vulnerable at the moment, and decided it was the time to strike. I'm sorry Inu, but it must be done. Tora ran as he drew his katana and prepared to do a swift slash towards the limp body of Naruto. Kakashi has had enough of this. No, he is the closest thing to Sensei. Kakashi with one swift blow parried the next strike and gave Tori a huge gash across his stomach, causing him to fly and plow into the 3 Chunins. In a second, Kakashi dashed towards Naruto in an attempt to save him. Nico, at the moment, is now up, grabbed Haya's leg and stabbed his thigh. Now with you unable to, she also charged for Naruto. At this point, Tora's blade was swinging down towards Naruto's neck. The blade drew closer as Kakashi's scream was heard, Naruto, Doton, Dora Kageshi. A huge wall of mud appeared at the very second as Haya's blade was about to connect. The mud wall caused the katana to slip out of Haya's grasp. Inu and Nico turned to see who did the jutsu. The Hokage now appeared with more ANBU with him. Hokage-sama! Both Nico and Inu yelled with surprise in their voices. The Hokage gave the mob and defeated ANBU's a dirty look. ANBU squad, crowd control. Take all these people as prisoners by force. Also take the defective ANBUs for immediate interrogation. Go! With the commands down, the new ANBUs did their assignments. The Hokage walked up to Kakashi and Nico. Kakashi-san, Yugogo-san, report. The Nico Ambu known as Yugogo answered for Kakashi, who was being treated for his arm wound. Hokage-sama. These people were attempting to murder Naruto. At first, when we got here, Naruto was already incapacitated and unconscious. A kunai was approaching Naruto's neck. Luckily Kakashi deflected it, and finally the ANBU members Tora, and you infected with the intention of also killing Naruto. Anything else, Hokage-sama? Yugago finished. No, that will be all. Tell Kakashi that you both are dismissed. Yugago nodded, but before she could, the Hokage started to talk again. Arigato, Yugago-sen, for saving Naruto-kun. Yugao simply smiled as she walked towards Kakashi. And flashback. Naruto silently sat in his bed as he looked at Kakashi. Kakashi-san, is that everything that happened during that night? Kakashi nodded. Domo arigato Kakashi-san, that is all I wanted to know. The Hokage smiled as he felt relieved at the fact Naruto showed no hatred to the villagers. Of course, Naruto is too pure and kind-hearted. The old man thought. Now Naruto-kun, we held up our end of the bargain. Will you please tell us about Kyuubi? Sarutobi asked as he gave Naruto a very serious look. Hi Aji-san, now where to begin? For the next few minutes Naruto explained everything about the Kyuubi. By the end of the story both Kakashi and Sarutobi were dumbfounded. Kakashi even dropped his book. Orochimaru the Hokage grimly thought with anger. Kakashi on the other hand felt a little content about the story. Naruto, how do you know that Kyuubi is telling the truth? Naruto's face turned to Kakashi. When Kyuubi finished telling me her story she cried her eyes out. In her eyes was pain and regret. She may be a demon, but I think now even demons have families they would do anything for. Naruto stated with much wisdom in his voice. Naruto-kun, you have no idea how mature you sound right now. The old man said with much pride in his voice. Ah no, it may be because now I know the story and the fact I am friends with the one and only Kyuubi Haim. Kakashi and the Hokage raised their eyebrows. Kyuubi Haim? They both said. The blonde just grinned. Hi. Kyuubi Haim is a girl, and she is nice, kind, and really beautiful too. Naruto Mindscape. Baka Naruto embarrassing me like this, the demon princess thought as she tried to hide her blush from no one. Although she had a small smile on her lips. Arigato Naruto-kun. Naruto's hospital room. The Hokage smirked while Kakashi picked up his book and shrugged. Well, after all the things that happened today, I guess I'll give the benefit of the doubt. The Hokage sighed. Naruto-kun, get some rest now, it's been a long day full of surprises. I'll come by in 2 days. Naruto nodded as the Hokage and Kakashi left. Goodbye Aji-san, Kakashi-san. Naruto once again awakes from his slumber. He opens his eyes as he remembers the events that took place yesterday. Damn, what a day that was. He slowly got out of bed as he climbed towards the bathroom. His body still ached a little, but luckily Kyuubi's healing helped with the major injuries. Naruto starts his morning rituals while he thinks about the meeting he and Kyuubi had during his sleep. Flashback. Naruto wakes up to find that he is in his Mindscape once again. Naruto decides to look for Kyuubi home in order to find out if she called him. Naruto walks down the stone path as he admires the beautiful scene he imagined for the Kyuubi not too long ago. The pink sakura petals lightly blow across his face. The sun's warm rays touch his young tan skin. Naruto sighs as he begins to think to himself, I can get used to this. He continues down the path until he spots the Kyuubi peacefully sitting under the same tree when they had their first talk. Naruto begins to jog towards her. Ohio Kyuubi Haim. The fox boy greeted as he jogs towards her all while waving at her. Kyuubi smiles as she sees him waving towards her as she waves back. Ohio Naruto-kun. Naruto finally reaches his destination. Ano, Kyuubi Haim. I awoke her not too a while ago. Do you need me for something? Kyuubi continues to smile at him. Hi. I want to talk to you about some of the abilities and benefits you have. What do you mean? The fox boy asks with a confused face planted on. Well, you are the holder of the great Kyuubi no Kitsune. Naruto nods as he begins to slowly understand. So with you sealed within me, I receive some of your abilities. Kyuubi also nods. Not all yet though. I only have given you one ability as of now. Naruto's interest perks up. Ano. What is Kyuubi Haim? The little bundle of blonde hair asked while lightly hopping up and down. Calm down Naruto-kun and let me answer. The Kyuubi ordered, and in no time the blonde-haired boy simply calmed down and sat across from the Kyuubi. Now that's better. Remember when you got an injury of some sort, it was completely healed the next day. Naruto thought about his past injuries. He remembered all the broken bones, cuts, and bruises he received in the past. Hi, Kyubi continued. Good. Did you ever wonder why your injuries were healed the next day? Naruto once again went into deep thought. I did one time wonder about it, but I just simply let it as it is. Naruto-kun, that is your ability, the ability of rapid healing of almost any injury. Kyubi stated. That's kind of cool, but it still means I can be killed, correct? Naruto said with a little happiness in his tone. Kyubi smirked. Correct, Naruto-kun, you really are too smart and mature for your age, you know that? Naruto just blushed at the compliment. Arigato, Kyubi-hime. Kyubi just giggled. So cute, she thought to herself. Kyubi-hime, I really would like to talk more with you, but Aji-san said that I really should be resting. Naruto said. Don't worry, Naruto-kun, you may feel awake, but in reality you are still sleeping, Kyubi tried to explain. Unfortunately, Naruto did not understand. Yes? Kyubi pondered a way to explain this to a 6-year-old. He may be mature, but he still is 6. She thought. Finally, she found a way to explain it. Well, think of our meeting as a dream. While you sleep, you can come here by your will, or if I need you. Simply put, this place is like a dream you can control. Naruto seemed to understand the concept. Let's see, so I can sometimes control my dreams? Yes, Naruto-kun, that's correct. Kyubi stated. Well, that's all I have to tell you. Are there any questions about your healing? Kyubi asked. Hi, did you heal all my wounds as of now? The blonde fox boy said. I healed the major wounds and some of the minor. Kyubi replied. Naruto was hoping to get out of the hospital soon, Nanny. But why not all? Kyubi smiled. That's an easy question. I noticed since you often get an injury of some sort, big or small, I quickly healed it. Although now your body is starting to depend too much on your healing abilities. So in order to teach your body to not depend on your ability, I will block some of the healing paths towards some minor injuries. But don't worry, from what I can see you have a high pain tolerance. She ended her speech with a smile. Naruto took the answer well, as he understood what she meant. Arigato, Kyubi-hime. I really don't want to rely on something every time. I want to do some things on my own, Naruto strongly stated as he now stood up proudly. Kyubi was impressed. Alright, Naruto-kun, I think it's time for you to get back. You'll awake soon. Kyubi said, but she was a little sad. The two had only met around 2 days ago and only talked twice. But she enjoyed it. Naruto understood. Gomen, Kyubi-hime, I guess you're right. Naruto started to fade as he waved goodbye to the fox princess. Bye, Naruto-kun. End flashback. Naruto had finished brushing his teeth at his hospital room's built-in sink. The 6-year-old blonde started to change into the spare clothes he found on his bed. He slipped on the gray shirt and dark blue shorts. Changing for him was a little troublesome for him. His body still aches all over, but he could handle it. Naruto glanced at the clock after his morning rituals. 8 a.m. I guess I should expect breakfast soon. Suddenly a knock was heard at his door. Must be my breakfast, you. I hope it's not hospital ramen, he thought as he replied back to the door. Come. The door opened and in came a smell which he knew by heart. Ichiraka miso ramen was all that ran through his mind, until he saw who came in with the ramen. 2 people entered, one was a man and another was a young girl, which she was holding a tin emitting the heavenly, miso ramen smell. Ino-san. Inoichi-san. What are you doing here? Naruto was completely surprised by their appearance. A stress vein came across Ino's forehead. Naruto, what kind of greeting is that, and have you forgotten that I said I would prove to you that you should begin for me to take care of you? Ino finished. Inoichi laughed. Now Ino, remember he had a long day yesterday with the screaming and all. Ino calmed down but still gave Naruto a glare. Gomen, Ino-san, I kinda forgot. Naruto apologized while flashing the foxy grin at Ino. Whatever, here Ino declared as she held out the tin towards Naruto. Naruto, needless to say, was ecstatic to discover the wonder-smelling tin was meant for him. Really? Ramen is for me? Ino just nodded. A giant warm smile spread across the fox boy's face as he thanked her. Arigato, Ino-chan. Ino blushed at being called by her new name. Why, you're welcome. The blush did not go unnoticed by Inoichi. Well, Ino-chan, I guess I'll see in a while. Have fun with Naruto. He left the two blondes to their business. Naruto was now drooling a little as he took the tin from Ino's hands. Unfortunately, his body still was a little weak. Once Ino let go of the tin and gave Naruto the full weight of it, he nearly dropped it. Gah! Naruto yelped out as he barely was able to hold up the ramen bowl-filled tin. He gripped the tin at the bottom like a simple tin weighing a ton. Ino raised an eyebrow and watched the scene in front of her until she remembered something. Oh crap! Of course he would be weak right now. He just awoke from a deep slumber yesterday. Ino quickly grabbed the tin back from Naruto to ease the tin's evil burden of him. Sorry Naruto-kun. You must still feel weak and ache all over. Naruto, now relieved of the weight, smiled back at Ino. Arigato, I still am kind aching all over. Ino smiled back. Okay, eat up then. You need all the food and rest you can get. Naruto agreed as he slowly walked back towards his bed and got on it in a sitting position as Ino brought one of the rolling tables with the tin on it. Naruto opened the tin as it revealed exactly what he thought it did. It's Shiraka miso ramen. Naruto yelled as he took a big whiff of the heavenly smell. Ino handed him some chopsticks which he gladly grabbed and broke them apart. Itadakimasu. Naruto began to eat as Ino watched as he devoured the ramen. As Naruto ate, he noticed Ino watching him eat. Ano Ino-chan, ayahak. Naruto held up a patch of ramen curled around the chopsticks as he held them towards Ino. His free hand hovered under the noodles, catching the drops of liquid falling. Ino was taken back by the male blonde's actions, and then Naruto-kun. That's okay, I am not hungry. Ino tried to decline but failed as Naruto gave her the puppy pout. Or in his case the fox pout. Come on, how can you resist non-hospital ramen, especially Ichiraka ramen? Please Ino-chan. Ino just sighed as he slowly took a bite of the ramen. Naruto Mindscape. Kyubi sat under her tree as she watched her container's antics and smirked. How clueless you are, Naruto-kun. If you keep your boyish charm as you get older, you sure will be a heartbreaker, that you will. Hospital room. As she finished swallowing the ramen, she kinda felt a little hungry now. See Ino-chan, it was good, wasn't it? Naruto grinned as Ino sheepishly nodded. Here Ino-chan, I'm not really hungry anymore. Naruto pushed the bowl towards Ino. Ino was certainly surprised by more of his antics. Ano, you sure? I heard from Ichiraka-san that you inhaled the stuff. Naruto sheepishly smiled as he answered her question. I guess I'm just not as hungry as I usually am. It's probably from the fact I just woke up when you came in. Ino smiled as she thanked Naruto for the ramen. As Ino began to eat the ramen, the two blondes began to talk about themselves. So Ino-chan, tell me more about yourself. Ino thought for a moment. Let's see. As you know, my name is Yamanaka Ino. I live with my parents at the Yamanaka florist shop. I sometimes help out at the shop. My birthday is on September 23rd. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about becoming a ninja like my daddy. Naruto listened intently as she finished. Wow, Ino-chan, it must be so cool to work at a flower store. Ino gave a skeptic look back at Naruto. Nanny, you don't think it's kind lame working with flowers and all? Of course not. I think flowers are kind and nice. I like the smell of them in the morning. Naruto finished as he once again flashed his foxy grin. I have never met a boy who would say they like flowers. Usually boys just say they're boring and useless. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Well, at least I do, right, Ino-chan? Ino smiled as she continued. Now tell me about you. Gladly. Name's Uzumaki Naruto. I'm an orphan. I've never met my parents. They supposedly died the day the Kyubi attacked. I like to eat Ichiraka ramen with Hokugiji-san and pulling pranks. Ironically, I was born on the same day my parents died, October 10th. Finally, I guess I also want to become a ninja, but take it further. I want to become the next Hokage. Naruto finished with his fist pumped in the air. Arigato Naruto-kun for telling me about yourself. Ino thanked me. You to Ino-chan. Naruto smiled back with his answer. Naruto-kun, tell me about some of the pranks you pulled. Naruto grinned. Well, one time and that's how Naruto's stay went with Ino in the hospital. Every day the two talked with each other and become quick friends. After 5 more days Naruto was released from the hospital. Even after he was released, the two hung out with each other. They were like best friends. The days went, weeks passed, and in a snap 5 months passed by. Time skipped 5 months after hospital release. Ino and Naruto are seen running towards the park. "Come on, Ino-chan, I'm winning!" Naruto yelled as they raced across the market towards the park. "Just you wait, I'll beat you!" Ino yelled back as they both laughed their way towards their destination. As both children finally reached the park. Currently there were a bunch of other kids there also. One boy was laying down, and what looked like he was cloud watching. His hair was a little long, which he had it in a small tail as it made his head look like a pineapple. Next to the said boy was a healthy boy munching on some chips. His brown hair spiked wildly around the top of his head, though not as spiky as Naruto's. The boy's cheeks showed a pink swirl on each. Down in the sandbox was another boy quietly sitting there. He sported black hair which looked like a small puffed ball. Also on another note, he had black sunglasses which hid his eyes. A dog's barking was heard as another boy was seen playing with a tiny puppy. His brown messy hair flew around as he moved. He had strange markings on his face. It consisted of a red triangle under each of his eyes. Finally sitting on a bench was a little girl reading a small scroll. Her eyes were pale lavender which were pupilless. Her very dark blue shoulder-length hair dangled down her head as she looked down at her scroll. All of the children the two saw were about their ages. Naruto looked around while thinking what to do next. "Nah, Ino-chan. I'll race to that bush over there." Naruto pointed towards a bush across the park. Ino smirked as she agreed. "Hi, you're on then." Naruto then picked up a pebble. "We start when this pebble hits the ground." He tossed the pebble in the air as the two blondes waited for the signal. The pebble finally made contact with the ground as the blondes raced for the bush. Naruto once again had the lead, but Ino was quickly trailing behind. They were neck and neck as the bush got closer with each step. They were moments away from the bush until Naruto heard someone crying. He stopped and looked around for the source of the sound. "Ano, did you hear that?" Naruto had stopped as he turned to Ino, who had also stopped. "No, what?" she asked back as Naruto began to run past the bush. A little farther down, there were unseen from the other children were 4 more boys stood as one girl was on her knees crying her eyes out. Is the forehead girl gonna cry some more, huh?" one of the boys said. The other boy also began, "Stupid forehead girl, go and block the sun longer so I can sleep in." The final boy just laughed as he smirked. "Hey, what's going on here?" Ino yelled out with Naruto in front of her. The boys looked at the 2 new kids as one of the boys replied back. "This is none of your business. Go away." Naruto on the other hand understood what was happening. He himself knew what it was like to be harassed. "Leave her alone already, what did she do anyway?" The same boy answered back towards Naruto and Ino, "Go away. Like I said, it's none of your business." Naruto and Ino simply started to walk towards the girl, ignoring the boys. They walked past the 3 boys and helped out the girl. A closer look and Naruto could see that she looked like she was his age. She had pink hair that trailed down until the end of her head. She had emerald green eyes which were full of tears. Ino tried to comfort her as Naruto tried as well. "Hey, you okay there?" Ino asked the girl. The girl sniffled and answered HHH hi. Naruto looked back at the boys. "Leave her alone now," he screamed. The boys just looked at him as if he was crazy. The boys started to walk up to him with smirks as one talked back. "What are you gonna do about it? Cry with your girlfriends over there." Naruto braced himself as the boys got closer. With his experience from mobs, he could feel when he was in danger. Naruto started to sweat as the boys were now in front of him. "At least you got balls, kid," said one of the boys as he punched Naruto in the face, and the others joined. Ino saw what happened. "Naruto-kun." Naruto fell to the ground as the boys continued to stomp on his body. One of the boys started to taunt Naruto. "After we're finished with you, I guess we'll beat up those girls also, any?" Naruto was not happy to hear that as he was picked up by the neck of his shirt. "Take this," he yelled as he pulled his fist back. Meanwhile the other 2 boys slowly walked towards the girls. Naruto saw as the girls looked terrified as the boys drew closer. He gritted his teeth. He wanted to protect them, he wanted to help the girls, and wanted to beat the shit out of the boys. "Shit! What kind of Hokage will be if I can't at least these bastards? Naruto's gaze turned back at the boy's fist as it started to move towards his face. Naruto waited for the punch to make contact. His view started to slow down as the fist came closer. The first made contact, but Naruto was still conscious as he smirked at the boy and spit some blood into his face. The boy growled and drew his fist back once again. Only it was slower than he did. Everything through Naruto's eyes became slower. Nani? Why is everything slowing down a little and becoming more detailed? He asked himself. He decided to take his chances and strike back. Naruto began to fight back as he kneed the boy who was holding him in the groin before the poor boy could hit him again. The boy cried in pain as it was a clean hit to his jewels. Naruto quickly got up as the other two boys began to look at him. Everything through Naruto's eyes still seemed a little slower. Naruto took a fighting stance. During all his beatings he learned a little bit of how to defend himself from average villagers. The boys began to throw some punches which Naruto easily dodged and gave each of them a good punch to their noses. The boys got up and made a break for it. They did not want to feel pain like that. Naruto sighed as he finally felt relieved. He turned towards Ino and the pink-haired girl. "You girls okay?" He didn't get an answer as Ino and the other girl continued to stare back at his face. "Kyuso, is my face that bad, Ino-chan?" he asked, hoping that it wasn't. Ino snapped out of her daze and answered, "And then Naruto-kun. You eyes. They're a darker shade of blue and have a ring around your pupil with a triangle on the ring pointing towards the pupil." Ino screamed. "Nani? My eyes have." Naruto also screamed. Ino took out a pocket mirror and handed it towards Naruto. Naruto glanced into the mirror. His eyes widened as he did have a dark shade of eye with a white ring around his pupil with a white triangle on the ring as it pointed towards his pupil. It was just as Ino stated. "What happened to my eyes?" Naruto screamed, but he remembered the two girls. He looked at the girls. "Ino, is she alright?" The pink-haired girl nodded as she began to stand up. "Arigato, for helping me." Naruto gave a foxy grin. "No problem. Can you take her home? I want to get my eyes checked by the Hokage." Ino nodded. "Ano, shouldn't you go to the hospital?" Naruto shook his head. "I don't think anything is wrong. I think this is something the Hokage told me about. A Kekkai Genkai or something." Ino understood as she helped the pink-haired girl and Naruto began to run towards the Hokage tower. Naruto ran through the streets as fast as he could. "Kubihi must have healed me fully already. She must be curious about my eyes also," Naruto thought as he could see the tower's entrance. Naruto Mindscape. Naruto was correct about Kyubi. She was very curious about his eyes. She knew it was a bloodline, but she didn't know its name or anything. It's like the Sharingan, but it isn't. His eyesight became more defined and his eye reflexes increased. Kyubi thought to herself as Naruto made it to the old man's office door. "Hokage Tower, Aji-san. Aji-san. Oji-san." Naruto yelled as he barged through the door. The Hokage sighed as he looked at the young blonde. "Naruto-kun, what is it?" "I am very busy." The Hokage stood mid-sentence as he saw the blonde. "Aji-san. What happened to my eyes?" The Hokage just stared at his eyes and said one word quietly to himself, "Kyushugan." The Hokage was in a daze. In front of him now was a young blonde boy, a boy no older than 6, held one of the most powerful bloodlines of Konoha. The very same bloodline which belonged to a similar blonde 6 years ago. The usual pure blue orbs now seen as a darker blue which now held a smaller pupil than normal. An almost transparent white ring, slightly larger than the pupil, circled each eye's pupil. Finally a single white triangle is also seen and placed with the mid-part of the triangle laid as it pointed towards the pupil. "My Kami, he has already awakened his bloodline. I guess it's time for him to meet his parents," the Hokage thought as he was snapped back into attention by the chibi blonde ranting in front of him. Naruto had been calling the old man multiple times as he continued to be ignored. "Aji-san. Answer me. What the hell is up with my eyes? Everything is a little more clear and also a little more slowed down." The Hokage came back from his daze. "And then Naruto-kun, when did you awaken your bloodline?" The said blonde suddenly had a wide smile on his face. "Yada. I do have a bloodline. That is so cool. Now Aji-san, what does it do? How does it work? Can I now use super cool jutsus like you? Many questions seemed to flow out of the young boy's mouth. Hold on, Naruto-kun, don't you feel kind of tired or anything? The Hokage asked. No, I don't. But what does that have to do with my bloodline? Naruto replied back. The Hokage took a drag of his pipe as he thought to himself once again. Sounds right. With the fox in him and all. I already know he has a little more chakra for his age, the Hokage thought as he finally began to speak. Naruto-kun, tell me how you unlocked your bloodline? Naruto simply nodded as he explained everything that happened at the park. 5 minutes later Naruto had finished explaining the scene that occurred earlier. And now here I am, Aji-san. Naruto finished with his bloodline still going. The Hokage took another drag of his pipe as he sighed. Naruto-kun, that was very dangerous. Naruto looked down with a hint of sadness. But, you showed courage and protection to girls, and for that I am very proud of you. Sarutobi finished up as Naruto's frown disappeared and his true smile came. Sarutobi stood up and walked towards a shelf of scrolls. He carefully pushed a couple out of the way as he pulled out 2 dusty scrolls. Each of them was labeled with a name, Uzumaki Naruto. The Hokage walked towards Naruto with the 2 dusty scrolls in his hands. He held one of the scrolls towards Naruto. Naruto looked at the scroll with interest as he saw his name. Nani? Is this scroll for me? Sarutobi smiled. Yes, Naruto-kun, this scroll was meant for you to read as soon as you unlocked your bloodline. Naruto nodded and took the scroll. Naruto held the scroll in his hands as he tried to pull it open. Sadly he failed as continued to struggle with his newfound nemesis. Damn it, why don't you open, Aji-san? Naruto began to pound the scroll onto the ground. Naruto-kun, calm down so I can explain what to do next. Naruto huffed and stood patiently as he awaited instructions. Good, now hold out the scroll. He did just that as the Hokage rotated the scroll until it showed a kanji symbol, seal. Naruto-kun, this is a special seal which protects the contents of this scroll. To unlock the seal, you must spread blood over the kanji. But only one type of blood will unlock this seal. Naruto looked at the Hokage with interest as he wanted to open the scroll. So all I need to do is spread some blood over the kanji seal. Any? Hi, Naruto-kun. The Hokage walked over towards his desk and opened a small drawer and pulled out a kunai. Here, Naruto-kun, use this. He handed the sharp object to the blonde. Naruto took the kunai in his hand and cut his left thumb. A small amount of blood flowed out as Naruto smeared the crimson liquid across the seal. Both males watched as the kanji slightly glowed through the blood. Suddenly the light died down. The scroll in Naruto's hand seemed to loosen. Naruto was now fully engrossed with the opening scroll. He enrolled in it. Even Kyubi was very curious about the contents. If she was right, the scroll would answer her questions about this bloodline. Finally the scroll was fully opened as it revealed a simple letter. A letter directed to Naruto. Naruto looked at the letter and began to read it. Dear Naruto, hello son, I don't have much time to write this letter, so I will try to brief everything. This letter is supposed to have been given to you when you have unlocked our Kekkei Genkai, the Kyushugan. I have prepared a scroll with a full description about the Kyushugan and all other special techniques I or our family has created. I guess by this time you should know about your secret. I want you to know I have a very good reason for sealing the Kyubi in you. If you were in my place and I was in yours, what would you do when your only choice of victory was to use a sealing jutsu which requires the user's life? Also, when used, the object which was sealed needs to be placed in an infant. You may wonder why I chose you, but who else was I going to turn to? Just go up and ask a random family to give up their baby? Like hell I would do that. I chose you because you are my son and I know I can trust you with this power. And also you were the only baby that was available in such short notice. I want to apologize for doing this to you. I'm sorry, son. As I pass on, I want you to know that you did have a mother and father. Your mother was an incredibly strong ANBU. The Hokage should have a picture of Reichan for you. Time is running short as it is time for me to move into the battlefield with your mother. Goodbye, my son. Be strong, as I fear the villagers may not accept the fact you are the container, not the demon itself. And don't tell anyone who your parents are until you are jounin. I have made many enemies, as did your mother, and if this secret gets out you will be in for a hell of a lot of danger. Your father, the Yondaime, Kazama Erasure. Naruto had just finished reading the letter as his eyes were wide from shock. He had always wanted a family. Every day he would see families walking around and spending time with each other. Every single time he saw that, he felt a sudden empty feeling in him. He wanted that kind of attention, he wanted love, he wanted a family. But finally, as he rolled up the scroll and looked at the Hokage, he found out that he did have a family. He did have a father and mother to begin with. Aji-san to him was like his grandpa. As he finished rolling up the scroll, he took a deep breath and looked at the Hokage. "And why dad's the yandame?" Naruto yelled out, but luckily while he was reading the scroll, the Hokage placed some mute seals around the room, as he knew what might have happened after he found out about his family. "Aji-san, is this letter real?" asked Naruto with hope that it was. The Hokage smiled back at Naruto. "Hi, it is real." The young blonde was now jumping with joy and screaming with a smile that warmed any heart. The Hokage also smiled as a tear fell from his cheek as he thought, "I have never seen Naruto-kun so happy." Can't blame him though. After all he has been through, he most certainly deserves happiness. The Hokage was brought out of his thoughts as he remembered about the second scroll. Ahem. The Hokage cleared his throat in order to get the hyper blonde's attention. Naruto on the other hand was busy celebrating. He also was thinking, "I did have a family. I did have a father and mother, and they both are strong. I heard about my mother's name. She was said to be the second strongest kunoichi in the world, next to the slug Sannin. Tsunade and my father were the greatest of all ninjas, Yandame himself. I want to tell Kubiheim about the news, even though she may have heard it already." Naruto stopped as he heard the old man yell his name, "Naruto-kun." The blonde stopped and answered back while flashing an embarrassed foxy grin. Gomen nasai Aji-san. "I guess I am just so happy about finding out who my parents were." The Hokage smiled at his answer. "That's alright, but I think you should open the other scroll." The Hokage handed the scroll to Naruto. "Naruto-kun, this is your father's will. This will explain about the things he has left, and any comments." Naruto looked at the scroll and saw another blood seal holding the scroll closed. He repeated his actions earlier with the scroll before. As the scroll unlocked and Naruto unrolled it, Naruto began to read the scroll. "Dear Naruto, my son, looks like I have passed on. I have written this will before I have written my letter to you. I surely hope you have read that scroll first. Anyway, I would like to let you know about what you will inherit. You are now the sole survivor and heir to the Kazama clan. Now listen, don't go spreading around this or you will be in some deep cow shit. Naruto, as the heir of the Kazama clan, I will tell a little about the Kazama clan. We are ing rich. That's right, we are as wealthy as the Uchihas and the Hyugas. But don't go telling that to everyone you see, cause that would raise some suspicion on how an orphan got so much riot. Still, it's kinda cool knowing that you are one of the richest clan members out there. Although you can't inherit it until you're 17. Just like the Rai, you will inherit the Kazama estate at the age of 17. We may be as rich as the other major clans. We Kazamas prefer to live in a little smaller manner, unlike the Uchiha mini village or Hyuga town. Those are my own nicknames for their homes. They're ing huge, thus unknowing to the other clans makes us richer than them. But don't tell them that. Finally, I have a favor to ask of one of my students. If you are my son, you will probably unlock your Kekkei Genkai protecting someone. When that happens, show this will to a man named Hatake Kakashi. He will train you to use your Jujutsu and be a ninja. Both of you will leave the village until it seems fit to return. Plus find a katana. Every Kazama had a katana. Now for the good part. Since you are the last of the great Kazama clan, you will have to practice polygamy because the Kazama clan is a great part of the leaf strength. You lucky fox. But let's keep that between the old man, Kakashi, my sensei Jiraiya, and you for now. Life your life to the fullest, my son, Kazama Erasure. P.S. Don't forget about the family scroll located in your soon-to-be estate. Also, the old man has some money I left for you when you read this will. After reading the will, Naruto was feeling even more happy. He found out he was part of a powerful hidden clan. He was going to be ing rich at 17 with an estate. And now he will get special training from the nice Anbu Hatake Kakashi. He smiled at the Hokage, who smiled back. "Oh, Aji-san, what's PP ploiga polga PP? Polygamy, that's it?" Naruto asked as he struggled to say his desired word. The Hokage looked at the boy strangely as he answered with another question. "Why do you ask?" Naruto scratched his head as he answered, "Well, on this paper my father said I will have to practice polygamy since my clan's strength will greatly benefit Konoha, was it?" The Hokage did not know what to say to a 6-year-old about marrying multiple women. I'll tell you when you get older." Naruto raised an eyebrow but quickly dismissed it as he had more important things to talk about with the Hokage. "Aji-san, here?" Naruto handed his father's will over to the Hokage. It looks like you will be gone for a while, doesn't it? But are you okay with it?" the Hokage asked, even though he probably knew the answer. "Hi Aji-san, I will become super strong and take over your job in no time." Naruto gave a victory sign as he finished. At that moment Naruto's eyes have finally turned back to his normal pure blue orbs. "Naruto-kun, your eyes have returned back to normal." Naruto turned to a conveniently placed mirror to check his eyes. "Wow, you're right. But how do I use it again?" "That's why you're going to ask Kakashi when he gets back from his mission to train you," Sarutobi answered. Naruto nodded as he began to leave until he remembered about his mother. "Ano, do you have a picture of my mother, Aji-san?" The Hokage turned and went to his desk. He opened a drawer and pulled out the famous orange book which he opened. Naruto was about to yell at the old man for being a hentai until he saw what he brought out from between 2 pages of the book. "Here Naruto-kun." Naruto looked at the Hokage and grabbed the picture. He studied the picture. The picture showed a beautiful woman standing in a field smiling. Her long brown hair flowed all the way down to her waist in a braided ponytail, just like Aerith of Final Fantasy VII. Her dark chocolate-colored eyes complemented her face, which had a very cute smile. She wore a dark blue kimono with a light sky blue sash around her waist. This beautiful woman, was a kunoichi, one of the strongest no less. Naruto admired the picture as he had a couple of her traits, her nose, her smile, and what looked like he had a mix of both his mother's and father's blue eyes. As he continued to stare at his mom, something clicked in his mind. Aji-san was using my Ka-san's picture as a bookmarker. Even worse, the book was that hentai book. Naruto screamed in his mind, causing Kyubi to giggle a little but still kind of feeling weird. "Wouldn't you feel weird to find an old man using your mom's picture as a bookmarker for a hentai book?" "Aji-san, why are you using my Ka-san's picture as bookmarker for that orange crap?" Naruto yelled, feeling pissed at the old man. "And then Naruto-kun, it was your father's idea. He also read this novel, you know, and in his estate he told me he has every volume from 1 to 24. A/N. I don't know how many volumes there are." Naruto was surprised. He just found out his father, the greatest ninja, the Yondaime, was A. That still didn't explain why. The Hokage forced a smile. Naruto decided to drop the subject. "Aji-san, will you show me to my estate tomorrow so I can get my clan's scroll?" Sighing in relief, the Hokage accepted. "Hi, now that is all for now. I need to get back to my paperwork." Naruto left as he muttered something that sounded like Arokage. Konoha streets. As Naruto began to walk him, he started to think about what happened to Ino and the pink-haired girl. He was worried about the two. He decided to wait till tomorrow to find out since it was starting to get dark. Naruto had gotten home and went straight to bed. As he went straight to bed, we find Naruto in a peaceful slumber, as he lies in his bed like the innocent child he is. Once again Naruto starts to feel the pull in his mind from the Kyubi. Naruto Mindscape. Naruto once again finds himself in a beautiful park he made for the Kyubi. Naruto looks over the scene he created for her. The blissful breeze blows and touches his tan face. The same trees flow with the wind while the sakura leaves blow around. The same green grass spread across the whole area. From where Naruto stands he can see the lake, shining as the sun's rays graze it. No matter how much I have been here to talk with Kyubi-hime, I don't think I will ever get used to the feeling I get here, Naruto thought to himself as he began walking, following the stone path. Naruto finally reaches the tree where they always meet. "Ohio Kyubi-hime." Naruto greeted the demon princess in his normal way. "Ohio Naruto-kun." Kyubi greeted her in her normal way also. Naruto took a seat across from her, ready to hear what she had to say. "Kyubi-hime, what did you want to talk about?" Naruto asked. Kyubi smiled. "Well, I decided to lecture you and prepare you for your training." "Really, how, Kyubi-hime?" Naruto asked as a reply. Kyubi simply held out her hand and out came a scroll. "Here, I will be lecturing you and teaching you the knowledge part as you sleep. Naruto caught the scroll and read the kanji label, Chakra 101. Nikubihime, how did you get this scroll? I thought you were cut off from the outside world? Our blonde hero asked. Simple, when I was sealed into you, everything that I had sealed with me came with me. That scroll was from the time I taught my sister about chakra. Naruto understood as his mouth was in the shape of an O. Arigato Kubihime. Naruto thanked as he opened the scroll and waited for the demon princess to begin her lecture. Alright then, I memorized the whole entire scroll, so I will lecture half and you will read part. Here is a summarized paragraph I remember, Naruto-kun. The Kyuubi began as Naruto silently listened through the whole entire hour. And that's the summarized history and summarized meaning of chakra. Did you get that, Naruto-kun? She asked, even if she knew he hadn't. I got down with history. Naruto nervously laughed as the Kyuubi smiled. That's better than I thought. When my two-sen gave me this lecture I just fell asleep. Really? Wow, you sure were lazy, Kubihime. The Kyuubi giggled. Hi, I was. But that is no reason you should slack off. Now read the passage at the beginning of the scroll. Naruto nodded as he read the scroll. Chakra, essential to even the most basic jutsu. Chakra is a mixture of the energy present in every cell of the body, and the spiritual energy gained from exercise and experience. Once mixed, it can be channeled through the chakra circulatory system, which is to chakra as the regular circulatory systems to blood, to any of the 361 chakra points on the body. Through various methods, the most common of which is hand seals, the chakra can then be manipulated to create an effect that would not be possible otherwise, such as walking on water. Depending on the ratio in which physical and spiritual energy is mixed, different types of chakra can be formed. Elemental chakra is the most common product of this, and is used to perform elemental jutsu. The 5 elemental natures are earth, fire, lightning, water, and wind. Most ninja have a natural affinity to one type of chakra, but have the capacity to create elemental chakra apart from their own affinity. Each element is both stronger and weaker than another. The order is fire, wind, lightning, earth, and water, with each being weaker than the previous and stronger than the next. Water loops back into fire. Additionally, elemental techniques can be countered by techniques of the same element, provided the technique being countered is of equal or lesser power. As Naruto finished reading, the two continued as the demon princess showed some examples and lectures on how to use chakra and what they can do. After what felt like another hour, Naruto gave a huge yawn. Nikubihime, can we finish up? I don't want to be too tired from this. I have a long day tomorrow. I guess we should stop. I am running out of ideas. Kyuubi answered. Oh, Naruto-kun, I should have told you another ability has awakened. Naruto shot up like a rocket and was jumping up and down. Awesome. What is it? Will I have something cool like Super Foxy Speed or O Breath Fire? Kyuubi giggled at her container's antics and excitement. Sorry, Naruto-kun, but it's nothing like that. But these abilities will help you get there and will be a very valuable asset towards your training. But you will need a lot of patience. Naruto toned down a bit, but one word caught his attention. Abilities meaning more than one. Ano. What is it? It's so exciting. Naruto-kun, one of your abilities has given you immense more stamina than a normal child should have. And the other is now you need less sleep to recuperate. Now they may sound kind of shitty in the short run, but in the long run you will thank me. With your training soon to begin, your stamina will help you practice more with a certain move, and with having to sleep more you will have more time to practice. Kyuubi finished as she took a deep breath. Yada! Arigato Kubihime, arigato. Naruto glomped on the demon princess in gratitude for the new abilities. Thanks to you, these abilities will certainly help me with my dream of being Hokage. Naruto yelled while the demon fox blushed. Why, you're welcome, Naruto-kun. Naruto let her free as he began to disappear. I guess I'm waking up. Goodbye, Kubihime. Kyuubi, still slightly blushing from the attention, also waved back. Bye, Naruto-kun. Naruto's apartment. Naruto slowly opened his eyes and stood up from his bed. The room was still dark, as was the window showing Konoha was also still dark out. Must be around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Where's my clock? Naruto looked towards his dresser and checked his clock. Nanny! It's still 2 o'clock. Naruto yelled, but quickly put his hand over his mouth to muffle his scream. Damn, when she said I didn't need sleep she meant it. I feel like I've been sleeping for a whole day. Might as well try out my stamina with some small exercise workouts. Naruto got out of bed and instantly began to stretch his body. Naruto decided to start with simple push-ups. Here we go, 1, 2, 3. Naruto continued until he finished 50 reps, then he switched to sit-ups, to some Hindu squats, and going back to the push-ups. Every workout consisted of 50 reps each. After an hour he noticed he still wasn't winded nor was he sweating. Whoa, now what? I'm kind of bored of this. Maybe I'll try some jump rope and some holy chair stamina challenge. A/N. The holy chair thing is when you push you back onto the wall and take a seated position like you're on a chair. Only you aren't using a chair. Naruto started with jump roping, doing a full 30 minutes without stopping. Shit! How long can I go, still not sweating or feeling winded? Naruto moved on to the holy chair challenge. He also did this for half an hour. By now he was just ecstatic about his newfound stamina. I do not think an average 6-year-old should have stamina like me. Then, again, who said anything about me being normal? Naruto laughed as he decided to go for an early morning run. Why not? It's 4 a.m. and what else is there to do? I want to find out my limits of this new stamina of mine. Plus, if I do this until I leave, I will be at least a little prepared, right? With that, Naruto changed into some warm clothing, an orange long-sleeve shirt and gray long sweatpants. Naruto threw on some socks and put his regular sandals on and left. Outside, streets of Konoha, Naruto began running as the cold wind blew against his face and swayed his blonde spikes. The skies were still dark as he continued to run. Naruto's breathing and steps echoed in the streets. His body shivered from the cold air that blew down his shirt. Naruto began to think about what has happened in the past 5 months. My life has really changed. First I get beat worse than before. Then I met Kyubi and befriended her. I also found out about Kyubiheim's past, even her family. Later I met Ino-chan. It was kinda embarrassing when I met her, but I honestly thought she was an angel. We got to know each other and became quick friends. Months later I even saved an Ino-chan and that pink-haired girl. In the process, I even unlocked my Kekkei Genkai, the Kyushugan. On the same day I even found out about my family. My father is Yondaime, and my mother was an elite NBU. Finally Ota-san requested to get training from one of his students. I can't wait to. Little Naruto stopped as he noticed something as he said training. Requested training, that means Kakashi-san can't decline. If he did I wouldn't blame him though. I was part of the reason he lost his sensei. They seemed kind of close for Ota-san to trust him with me. I surely hope he does not decline. I will try to ask him today. Even if he declines I will become stronger without him. I'll be Hokage and everyone will have to respect me. Naruto picked up the pace as he now felt the burn in his legs. He had been daydreaming for a while after he pondered about his life. Naruto may have matured a little for a 6-year-old, but he still is a 6-year-old child after all. His childish dreams popped up from time to time, he couldn't help it. Before he felt the burn he had been dreaming about a giant bowl of ramen, then 2, then 3, then... Can it be? Yes, 4. 4 giant bowls of ramen. Naruto entered his house. His legs burned and he worked up quite a sweat. Wow, 4 straight hours with this stamina. And this is just the beginning. If I can get Kakashi-san to train me then I am all set. Naruto took off his clothes and went into the shower. Naruto entered the shower as the hot water hit his body. The heat calmed his legs as he began to relax. After his shower, Naruto walked out in the bath while drying his hair with a towel. Why bother with covering up anyway? I live alone and nobody would come here anyway. This is my kingdom. Naruto finally finished his little rant and put on some clothes. He threw on a plain orange t-shirt and blue shorts that went just past his knees. Naruto suddenly felt his stomach grumble. Yada ramen time. Naruto quickly got his kettle and filled it up with water. He placed it on the fire and waited for nature to do its magic. After sitting for a few minutes and talking to himself, Naruto heard the kettle whistle. Quickly Naruto turned off the fire and went to his cupboard and brought out 4 ramen cups. Naruto poured the heated water into the cups and waited for 3 hellish minutes. Kyuso, why so long? Naruto said to himself. Finally, after devouring the ramen, Naruto checked his clock. Nah? Almost 7 already. Naruto thought to himself as he threw the empty cups out the window. Naruto, now with nothing to do, finally did something he didn't plan on. He cleaned his apartment. Whoa! I never noticed under all the trash I actually have a lot of room. Our favorite fox container stated. His apartment now felt more spacious. His single couch now had room to lay on, his table clear of everything, his small kitchen spotless with no dishes, his bathroom also spotless, and finally he made his bed for the first time. Wonder what time is it? It isn't dark out anymore and the sun is out right now. Naruto again looked at his clock, which said 9 o'clock. That killed enough time. I guess I should go to Aji-san now. With that, he slipped on his sandals and ran towards the Hokage Tower. As Naruto ran through the streets of the Konoha, he took notice of the stares he got. Usually he would brush it off or ignore them. The stares he received looked colder and held more hatred. Naruto could only run faster just to escape from the ice-cold stares. I can feel the eyes on me. What can I do? I'm still just a child. I'm tired of the treatment I receive. The villagers haven't tried anything big since that day, but I can see in their eyes they want to. Naruto picked up his pace as he saw the tower ahead. Finally, our favorite fox boy made it to the tower as he stood in front of the Sandame's secretary. She must be new. I didn't see her yesterday. Still, I can't take my chances. Naruto walked up to the woman, Gomen Ne-chan. The secretary stopped her writing and saw the young boy. She noticed the whisker marks he wore on his cheeks. Is this the demon everyone was talking about? He is just a child. How could the villagers say such a thing? Oh, good morning, she said with a warm smile. Naruto relaxed as he felt she wasn't like the rest of the villagers. May I please see the Hokage, if that's alright? He replied with a little innocent smile. Sorry, but he has a very important meeting that just came up, the woman replied, feeling a little sorry for the boy. Naruto dropped slightly. But the Hokage asked me to tell you to come back a little after lunch, she said, brightening the boy's spirits. Really? Arigato Ne-chan, see you after lunch. With nothing planned for the morning, Naruto just wandered around. Bored. What is there to do? I'll go see Ino-chan. I hope she and the girl are okay. Naruto now headed for the Yamanaka florist shop. Ohio, Naruto greeted as he entered the flower shop. Ino was arranging some flowers when she heard the call. There was only one person, outside a family, calling her with the chan suffix. Naruto-kun, you're alright. Naruto flashed his foxy grin as he walked up to Ino while noticing her mother at the counter as she smiled at him. Ohio, Hakubo-san, A/N. Hakubo may sound like a guy's name but it means aunt/auntie. Sounds weird, huh? Naruto greeted her as he turned his attention back towards Ino. Ano, Ino-chan think you can play right now? He gave another innocent smile identical to the smile he gave towards the secretary. Ino really wanted to play with Naruto. He wanted to introduce him to the pink-haired girl. Sorry Naruto-kun, but I see I go now. Ino, have fun with Naruto-kun. Introduce him to your new friend, Haruno Sakura, that's the one. Her mother interrupted as she gave a willing smile. Arigato, Ka-san. Ino quickly thanked as she took off her apron and grabbed Naruto's hand. Let's go Naruto-kun, I want you to meet Sakura-chan. Naruto quickly bid farewell to Ino's Ka-san, Gomen Hakubo-san, Ino leading the way and Naruto finally running at his own pace followed. Ino-chan, where are we going? Remember the pink-haired girl? Ino answered back. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Yash, maybe I can make her my friend also. Ino smirked at her friend's antics. Don't be too forward though, she's a little shy. Naruto nodded as they reached the home. Ino and Naruto walk up to the house door and knock on it. The two patiently wait as the door finally opens. Behind the door revealed a woman, with similar pink hair to the young girl they met yesterday. Ino-chan, oh, and you brought a friend too. Ohio, Emi-san, this is Naruto-kun, he was the one who protected Sakura-chan and I yesterday. Naruto blushed as he wasn't used to the attention. Well, arigato Naruto-kun. Please come in, Sakura-chan is in the living room. The three enter the living room to see the same pink-haired girl reading a scroll. Sakura-chan, Ino-chan's here. The girl now known as Sakura looked at her mother with Ino beside her. Also she saw another person, the boy who saved her. She also brought a friend too. I bet you recognize him? Sakura looked at the boy. It's him, that boy who saved me. Ino told me his name was Naruto. She thought to herself as she stood up and introduced herself. Haruno Sakura. Domo arigato for saving me and Ino-chan yesterday. Sakura held out her hand as Naruto shook it. Uzumaki Naruto, no need to thank me. If I'm going to be Hokage, then I need to protect everyone even if I don't know them. Naruto smirked and pumped his free arm. Haruno Emi watched as her opinion of the blonde boy differed from the majority of Konoha. This is the demon boy. True, he is a boy, but look at him. He is nowhere near a demon. Save for the whisker marks. Emi smiled as she also knew Sakura may have made a new friend. She knew about her being bullied, and it was nice to know there were kids who didn't and attempted to make friends with her. Alright, have fun you three, I have some chores to do. Emi walked away as the children went on their business. Sakura-san, what were you reading? The demon container asked. Oh, I was just reading a scroll about chakra and stuff. Wanna read with me? She asked, hoping they would. Sakura may be shy, but reading in a group is always fun. Okay, this will help when I become a kunoichi. Ino accepted. Sakura turned to Naruto. Ano, Uzumaki-sama, would you like to join also? Naruto raised an eyebrow and lipped the words Uzumaki-sama, please call me Naruto. And if you must add a suffix, don't pick one that makes me sound so high class like most of those Uchihas. Sakura smiled at the blonde boy. Hi, Naruto-san. Naruto nodded. That's better. Now where's the scroll? I want to review and see how much I remember. Review? You know about chakra? Asked Sakura. Ino looked surprised. You have been studying? Who are you and where is Naruto? Ino threatened as she prepared to whoop some ass. Naruto began to back away as Ino slowly approached. Wait, Ino-chan. It really is me. I can prove it. Ino still didn't believe him as she got in his face. Ino-chan, aren't you taking this too seriously? Sakura sat back as she watched the little chibi soap opera. Ino-chan is kind of scary. I hope Naruto-san will be okay. Ino was now face to face with Naruto. The Naruto I know would never study. He would be a bubbling ramen idiot, and no, I'm not taking this too far when it comes to friends. Naruto panicked, but he remembered something that only he and Ino would know. That's not how an angel's supposed to act. Ino blushed as she remembered the day they met in the hospital. Shut up, humph. Ino simply walked towards the scroll and began reading and trying to hide the blush on her face. Sakura blinked a couple times as she tried to process what just went down. Naruto-san, what do you mean about that's not how an angel's supposed to act? Naruto flashed the soon-to-be lady killer foxy grin at Sakura. Well, when I first met Ino-chan I was in the hospital, for personal reasons. Anyway, when I regained consciousness I saw her, and I kind of thought she was an angel with the fact I thought I was dead too. Naruto finished as he unconsciously scratched the back of his head. Oh, alright then, let's start then. Sakura and Naruto now joined Ino, as she finally got her blush under control. The group of three really bonded as friends. Naruto and Sakura actually had little in common, but like that would stop them. Sakura loved flowers like Ino, but she also liked to read, as did Naruto. Ever since Naruto had lectured and read with Kyubi earlier, he found it enjoyable, especially when there was company. As they read the scroll, the two girls were very surprised by the fact Naruto wasn't kidding when he said he knew a little. He practically turned into a chibi sensei. After an hour the three started to fool around. Sakura proposed that they go into her yard and play. The other two agreed and went out to the back. In the backyard you could hear laughter. Ino-chan, I found you! Yelled the blonde-haired boy. Fine, now you got to find Sakura-chan, supposed the young Yamanaka as she climbed down from the tree. Naruto now went to find Sakura. The yard wasn't huge nor was it small. It held some good spots to hide. Naruto looked around as he checked in the bushes. Next he checked in the same tree Ino was in. Naruto sighed as he was about to give up. He saw a couch that Sakura told him that her cost and just threw it outside, not knowing what to do. Naruto walked over to the couch to think. He jumped onto it and heard something that wasn't supposed to be heard from a couch. Naruto looked where he was laying down and saw Sakura hiding under the huge pillow. Found you? Naruto smiled and gave a small laugh as he got off of Sakura. You got lucky, Naruto-kun, Sakura said as she quickly changed the suffix from san to kun. Naruto's attitude seemed to warm up to people easily. They continued to play as it was almost lunchtime. Emi's voice was heard as they stopped to listen. Kids, I made you guys some lunch and I already called your parents Ino, so don't worry. Ino had explained to Emi that Naruto was an orphan and lived by himself. Left Sakura out so she could hear it from Naruto himself. Hi. As Naruto finished up, he remembered he needed to meet the Hokage after lunch. Arigato for lunch, Emi-san, but I need to leave. I need to meet the Hokage after. Naruto prepared. Nani? Why do you have to meet the Hokage? Isn't he busy? Sakura asked. Naruto smirked as he remembered all the shit he did with the Hokage. Well, Aji-san and I have known each other since I was born, so he is like a grandfather to me. Naruto gave a very touching smile as he remembered more of the happy memories he had with the Hokage. Naruto thanked Emi for the lunch and bid all the girls farewell. Bye Ino-chan, Sakura-chan, Emi-san. Meanwhile, after Naruto left, that Uzumaki boy is really something else, huh Sakura, Ino-chan? Emi asked her daughter. Both girls nodded as they too felt as if Naruto was one of a kind. A little more years and he will be one if not the best choice for a boyfriend. And he Sakura, Ino-chan? The girls tilted their heads as they did not understand what she was getting at. What do you mean Ka-san? Sakura asked. Emi smirked as she really wanted to tease her daughter a little. Well, in a few years, why don't either of you date Naruto-kun, since you seem to find an attraction to him by adding kun to his name already? Or maybe Ino-chan, would you date him? Both girls blushed as she was kind of right. Naruto was very kind and easy to get along with. His personality seemed so pure and polite. Ka-san, we're too young to think of stuff like that. Yeah, Sakura and Ino protested. Who said of going straight into a relationship now? I just said you should consider him in a few years. Emi finished as she left the blushing girls to their thing while laughing. But who said I was kidding? Emi thought. Outside of Hokage Tower. Achoo, achoo, achoo. Naruto gave 3 barrages of sneezes before he entered the tower. Wonder who is talking about me? Maybe Ino-chan, Sakura-chan, and Emi-chan? Naruto walked up to the same secretary from earlier. Nei-chan, can I see the Hokage now, please? The secretary smiled as he looked so adorable. Kawaii. Hokage-sama is finished with his meeting, please go through. Naruto nodded as he entered. The Hokage looked at his clock as he's been expecting a certain fox boy to enter any time now. Ojin, that yells, the same sound of the well-known boy, the only person with the balls to call the whole goddamn village's leader old man. The Hokage smiled as the blonde entered. Naruto-kun, he said quietly. Naruto stood in front of the Hokage. Aji-san, Aji-san. I got great news. I made another friend today. The Hokage smiled as he was very glad that Naruto finally seems to fit in with his own generation. May I ask who Naruto-kun is? Sure. Their names are Haruno Sakura and her Ka-san, Haruno Emi. Naruto gave a victory sign as he felt proud of making some new friends. That's great, Naruto-kun. Now shall we go to your estate and find out about your family? Naruto pumped his fist in the air. YOSH! 2 figures are seen walking in Konoha's forest area. One was an old man with a weird hat. The other was a little blonde child. They follow the path as the blonde child known as Naruto looks at his surroundings. The tall trees tower over him, shading most of the forest area. The sounds of birds enter his ears with a mixture of the trees swaying. The breeze and the sounds of this place reminds me of my Mindscape. Naruto smiled as he thought of some of his best memories with Kugan. I have never seen Naruto like this before. He looks so calm, at peace, and actually happy. The Hokage thought as he watched the happy blonde walk with a small smile on his face. Naruto suddenly faced the Hokage. Ne Aji-san? How long until we reach my father's house? Just look up ahead. The old man stated as they reached a clearing. Naruto looked at the clearing in awe. Wow, whose house is that? He pointed at the single building. The building was 2 stories high with clean white walls. Many windows scattered around the building. It was wide. but not as wide as the Hyuga homes and nowhere near the width of the Uchiha compound. A gate surrounded the house, leaving a nice space between. The house looked as if it was kept clean over the years. The Hokage's sweat dropped as Naruto asked such a stupid question. Naruto-kun? What house did you want to see? Naruto looked at the Hokage as if he was crazy. Geez, you are getting old. I said I wanted to see. Naruto stopped mid-sentence as he finally got what the old man was getting at. My house. The Hokage laughed as he saw the little blonde stare at the house. I'll forget the insult and let him have some fun. Naruto-kun, let's enter now. Naruto and the Hokage began to walk towards the house. The area around the house was beautiful. The grass was open and undisturbed by any civilization. There was a calm river flowing past the house. This place reminded Naruto about his Mindscape even more. The two entered the gate and found themselves in the yard. Aji-san, look! 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 Naruto yelled as he pointed towards a fountain. The Hokage smirked. He's gonna love this, I guess you saw it, huh? Naruto ran up to the fountain. The fountain was very odd, but for Naruto it was one of the greatest masterpieces. The fountain was a giant bowl of ramen. A thick piece of cement held a stone kettle as it poured water into the bowl. The bowl was well defined. It was in the shape of the Ichiraku ramen bowl. Aji-san. We haven't even entered and I feel like I'll be loving it here, Naruto said as he actually tried to jump into the giant ramen bowl. Well, I'm glad you get out of there, the Hokage yelled as he pulled Naruto out of the fountain bowl just as he was about to make contact with the water. Aji-san. Naruto whined as they continued. The grass in the yard was as soft as cotton. There were a couple of bushes that helped the grounds look very warm and homely. Was there someone who kept up with the gardening? Our blonde kid asked. It was Kakashi-san who kept the grounds in shape. He was very close to your father. If he was still alive, maybe both you and Kakashi would probably be stepbrothers, the Hokage replied with a smile that showed a hint of sadness. Naruto and the Hokage continued into the house, but Naruto now felt nervous about showing Kakashi his father's request. So they were close. I hope he accepts or all this will be a waste. They walked up to the giant doors. The door was colored black with a seal kanji on it. Naruto tried to pull the door open. Ha! Open! Open now! Please? Naruto struggled for a good 5 minutes as the Hokage raised an eyebrow. Has he already forgotten about the blood seals? Naruto-kun, try rubbing some blood on the seal. He pointed towards the kanji that held the doors shut tight. Nani? Why didn't you tell me? We wasted so much time already. Hand me a kunai, Aji-san, Naruto requested as the old man tossed him a kunai. Naruto cut his thumb. Alright, now rub it on here. There. Naruto pressed his thumb as the kanji slowly disappeared. Yada! Now let's head in. I want to see what my Otosan's home was. The Hokage opened the door as they entered the semi-huge home. Inside, the two found that they were in the living room. It was huge. There were 3 couches and 2 recliners. All around was all kinds of antiques from all over the country. A diamond chandelier hung from the ceiling as the sun's rays hit the diamonds and created many colors. They continued into the kitchen. The first thing Naruto saw was the dozens of cabinets, and the huge table that could probably fit 30 maybe 40 people. There were 2 silver fridges across from each other, 2 stoves also. Naruto and the Hokage left the kitchen as they passed many other rooms, from a library with thousands of books, 3 bathrooms all with a jacuzzi tub, more empty bedrooms, an underground dojo, and a study. Naruto was overwhelmed by the rooms. He expected the room to be filled with cool stuff, but this was ridiculous. And his father said he held back on the money. Can't wait to get all this and show some of those arrogant Hyugas and Uchihas that were mean to me who I am. Naruto gave an evil smile that a normal 6-year-old child would make as if he were planning some revenge. They continued to the backyard. When Naruto saw the backyard, he was astonished at the view. It looked exactly like his Mindscape, but without the sakura trees. Instead it was filled with regular park trees. Also there was the same path that led to the lake, and there was a tiny waterfall flowing water into the lake. Aji-san. 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 I don't know what to say about all this. I really hope I can live here soon. Naruto said as he kept his gaze at the lake. Now if only Kubiheim was here, then it would be perfect. Naruto began to walk into the grass field with the Hokage not far behind. Naruto-kun, relax a bit while I send a bird for Kakashi-san, and after we can read your family scrolls in your father's study. The Hokage summoned a little bird with a note attached for Kakashi. Now send this to Kakashi-san, he ordered the bird as it quickly flew away. He won't be late, I know it. He thought to himself as he knew Kakashi wouldn't want to miss out training Naruto, his sensei's son. Naruto took off his sandals as he walked into the shallow part of the lake and took a deep breath of the natural scents around. This feels great. I really am looking forward to moving here 11 years from now. But right now I need to concentrate about how I will make Kakashi-san train me. 10 whole minutes passed as Naruto and the Hokage sat on the grass waiting for the masked ninja. You think he will agree to train me, Aji-san? Naruto asked in hopes the Hokage would support him. The Hokage smiled as he automatically knew Kakashi would agree. No worries, Naruto. I'm sure he would love to. He is one of the few who actually understands what the Yandang Jutsu did. Naruto nodded, now feeling much more confident about asking Kakashi. In a swirl of leaves, the Inu masked Anbu appeared in front of Naruto and the Hokage. Hokage-sama, is it true that he unlocked his bloodline? Kakashi asked as he removed his Anbu mask. The Hokage stood up as did Naruto and answered him. Hi, he did, but he has no control over it, and he has something to show you. Kakashi looked at the boy who looked back with his foxy grin. They are so much alike, Kakashi thought as he saw a very strong resemblance between Erasure and Naruto. Naruto walked forward as he pulled out his father's will and letter from his pocket. He handed it to Kakashi. Hataki-san, please become my sensei and teach me the ways of a ninja and help me master my bloodline. Naruto bowed as he showed as much respect as he could towards the ANBU member. Kakashi looked at the blonde and read the letters. His eyes widened and shot a look at Naruto. You. Kakashi drew his fist back as if he was about to hit Naruto. Naruto, now looking at the man, drew his fist back and felt like he was going to shit his pants. Oh crap. Kakashi started to thrust his fist back towards Naruto as Naruto waited for the contact without flinching. Got it, Kakashi finished his sentence lazily while completely fooling the blonde. Just as he thrust his fist forward, he turned his fist into a thumbs up as a sign of agreement. I love doing that, Kakashi thought. Nanny! I almost shit myself with your acting and now you act like nothing happened. Wait. You accepted. Yada? Naruto celebrated, not noticing that everything became more defined as a little slower, while the two men just looked at the jumping blonde as his bloodline had activated again. Kakashi looked at the blonde wide-eyed. He did unlock it. Sensei, I'll make you proud and take your request. I wish I could have earlier though, Baka Council. I just can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they find out about Naruto as a Kazama, the masked thought to himself. The Hokage looked at the blonde and smiled. Alright now Naruto, calm down, and you'll notice that your bloodline has activated. Naruto calmed down, and he did notice the changes in his eyesight. Aji-san, let's go to my Oto-san's study and learn about my clan. Naruto pumped his fist into the air. Naruto, hold on. Try to deactivate your Kushigan, Kakashi asked. He was kind of worried that Naruto would suffer from chakra exhaustion. No worries, Kakashi-san, as Naruto had very high chakra reserves for a child. And we both know the first stage doesn't take much chakra anyhow. Although teach how to control it when you begin your training. Since you can deactivate your Sharingan and the process is very similar, why don't you turn it off anyway? The Hokage asked as he always wondered why he could deactivate his Sharingan. Unfortunately, Kakashi was already in his orange Bible. Huh? You say something, Hokage-sama? You lost me at the similar, the Hokage just sighed. Just come on, Naruto-kun, Kakashi-san, you have to read about your clan. The group of now 3 entered the study. The Hokage walked up to a shelf and moved a couple books and scrolls. He soon brought out a fat scroll labeled Kazama Clan. The Hokage laid the scroll on the desk. Here, Naruto-kun, you can start reading. Hi, Aji-san. Naruto sat on the chair which was placed behind the desk. Naruto opened the scroll and began to read about his family, his clan, his home, the Kazama clan. The Kazama clan, rewritten by Kazama Erasure. History: the Kazama clan has been dated back from the birth of Konoha. This clan was well known for two things: the mastery of seals and the speed and agility every clan member had. The Kazama clan had the potential to become a very famous clan as they played a giant role in each major and minor war Konoha had been engaged in. Although the clan had the opportunity to become a well-known name as the Uchiha or the Hyugas, they were very subtle and reserved people when it came to their clan. The Kazamas may have been quiet as a clan, but individually they were known to be loud-mouthed when needed. We are known to have also been very dense. The male usually and mostly is, but when the situation becomes serious, a Kazama will act as proper. Another known fact is, when a Kazama has set their eyes on a goal, they will do everything possible if not do the impossible in order to make it a reality. Finally, for all known history of the Kazama clan, it has been also known that every male of the Kazama loved ramen. Abilities/fighting style. The Kazama clan has mainly two family taijutsu styles. One family style is their own taijutsu. It is simply named the Kazama style. It is the very root of the Kazama family. More detail is in the taijutsu scroll. The other is the kamikaze kabushi. This style was based off of the drunken fist, though at the same time they are completely different. As stated earlier, the Kazamas are very skillful in seals, stealth, and speed. A few of their jutsus only complements their speed as the jutsus are made for close combat contact. For example, Futon Kaze Handu. For a simple name comes a very simple but extremely deadly technique. In a summarized form, the user collects and controls the wind around his or her foot and concentrates it around the foot. When used only as a flying kick towards the target's head, results with a clean sweep of severing the head and making a quick getaway. There are many more jutsus. This was just an example of a Kazama C-rank jutsu. Kekkei Genkai. The hidden Kekkei Genkai known as the Kushigan. The Kushigan is similar to the Sharingan and Byakugan, thus sparking a rivalry between the three. Like the Sharingan, the user's eye reflexes become more advanced as the eye matures and evolves. Another Sharingan similarity is, at a certain maturity of the Kushigan, the user can automatically see through a genjutsu. Although the user cannot copy a technique as does the Sharingan, the user's eyesight also becomes more defined. That similarity is taken from the Byakugan, but the Kushigan's user can find a single person's chakra signature as the eye sees the body. The Byakugan can only see the chakra coils. Finally, the maturity of a Kushigan can be seen just as a Sharingan. As the Sharingan has the tomos, the Kushigan has triangles pointing towards the pupil in place of the tomos. Each triangle gives the user one of the said abilities earlier. The Kushigan is very hard to master and takes much longer than a Sharingan or Byakugan to master. There have only been a handful to reach 3 triangles. On a side note, there has been jinx placed with the Kushigan. Those who see the assassin's eye shall never live to tell about it. Others, as one of Konoha's strongest clans, the council is known to do almost anything to save one of its clans. If for instance there is a Kazama shortage or there is a lone Kazama left, the male or if female she will bear a child when she is ready, and the first male born from the female will be accepted to practice polygamy. Also, each Kazama is a master of a certain weapon of their choice. Kazamas today, the Kazamas have died out from the last war. There are only 2 Kazamas left. One is Yondaime, and the other is his unknown son. The Kazamas have kept their clan hidden well, and maybe someday they will get tired of the shadow. And when they do, they are going to kick some ass. Kazama Erasure. Naruto finally finished reading the scroll as he took a deep breath. His mind processed the new given information. Aji-san, I finally finished, but it looks like to fully understand my Ota-san's clan I will need to learn about their jutsus. The Hokage looked up from his orange book, which he began reading as he got bored. That's right, Naruto-kun. Your father became as great as he is today only because he fully understood his clan's specialty in speed and seals, that he molded most of his fighting styles into that asset. Kakashi nodded as he joined the conversation. He is right, Naruto. His signature technique made him move as fast as a god. It was called the Hiraishin no Jutsu. He saved many people with that move. Kakashi started reminiscing about his adventures with his sensei. A rush of pride slipped into Naruto, as he felt proud to be the son of a true hero. Ota-san, I will surpass you, and when I die and see you I will make sure to rub it into your face. Naruto smiled at the thought of surpassing his father and being about it. The Hokage looked at the clock placed on the desk. It's around 2 p.m. Let's go to Naruto and grab some of the jutsu scrolls for your training. The Hokage commanded as he pulled out a scroll and opened it. And put them in here to make it very easy to carry. Naruto grabbed some scrolls from each section. He grabbed a couple and threw them in. That should be enough? Aji-san? Hi, now let's go. We need to buy you some ninja gear for your trip, the Hokage said as he sealed the scroll and handed it to Kakashi. Already, Aji-san? But I just met Sakura-chan. Can I have at least a week? Naruto asked as he was tearing up because he just made a friend but he had to leave them for a while. The Hokage smiled. No worries, Naruto-kun. We're just going to buy your supplies and all. You and Kakashi-san will leave in about a week, so say goodbye to your friends while you have the chance. Naruto's face brightened as the old man let him have the week. Arigato, Aji-san, Naruto screamed and jumped up and down with excitement. Kakashi smirked behind his mask. Like father, like fox son, he thought while he took the scroll from the Hokage for safekeeping. The trio walked out of the soon-to-be house of Naruto and headed for the shopping district. Trail back to shopping district. On the way back, Naruto remembered some of the things he didn't understand from all the scrolls he read. I wonder if I can get some answers from Kakashi-sensei, he thought as he turned to the mask. Kakashi-sensei, can I ask you something? Naruto asked as he continued walking. Kakashi looked up from his book. Ask away, he said while his eyes formed an upside-down U which indicated as a sign of him smiling. Ano, what's this Sharingan and the Bukyugan the scroll was talking about? Naruto asked very innocently. On the other hand, the two old men struggled to hold in their laughs. Book, you, gone like father like son. That's the same as what Erishur said to Jiraiya and I, the Hokage thought as he coughed to hide his laughter. Although Kakashi let out a chuckle, it's pronounced Sharingan and Byakugan. I will explain to them when we start training, but I will tell you that they are very powerful Kekkei Genkai. Naruto nodded. How about Polygiami? My Oto-san and the scroll said I needed to practice it or do it, whatever? He inquired as he said the words slowly and waited for an answer. Kakashi looked at his soon-to-be student and gave a giggle. You have no idea how lucky you are, Naruto. It's simple really. You just need to Mara. We're at the entrance to the shopping district. Let's hurry up, I got papers to work on, yeah. The Hokage interrupted Kakashi as he gave him a look that told him to not tell him just yet. Kakashi just shrugged as he returned to his hobby, reading a very educational book. Shopping district. Alright, Naruto-kun, I have your money that Arashi-kun left for you. Use it to buy only the essentials during your trip. I will use my money to buy your supplies, Old Man Hokage said as they went into a ninja store. Naruto wasn't too happy about going into stores. Usually when he entered he was either kicked out, or overpriced, and he means overpriced. Aji-san, are you sure they will let me buy things from here? Naruto asked with an obvious sound of uneasiness in his voice. Sandaime sighed as he knew all too well about how he was treated but what he could do. Damn villagers, I pray to Kami that when he becomes Hokage he will show them all who he is and who he is related to, he thought to himself. I'm positive about it, these people are good friends with me, and they were friends with your father. Sarutobi said to Naruto. Kakashi just walked in with the three keeping to himself, and his book. Naruto entered with the other two men and looked around the shop from the entrance. The shop wasn't one of those humongous flashy places which they only sell for looks not quality. The walls were dressed with many types of shinobi clothing. The aisles had all kinds of shinobi equipment. A man was at the register reading a very familiar orange book. Behind him were some weapons hanging on the walls. In front of him was a long glass case which stretched from wall to wall. Inside the case were kunais, shurikens, exploding tags, and other ninja supplies. Ohayo, Kazuki-san, the Hokage said towards the man at the register. Hokage-sama, Kakashi-san, welcome. Oh, and who are you? The man known as Kazuki greeted and looked at the QB container. Naruto trusted the old man and greeted himself without a doubt in his mind. Afternoon. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. Future Hokage. Kazuki held his hand out and showed a smile towards the young blonde, Sendo Kazuki, shinobi store owner. The two shook hands. Our favorite masked man sat back on a chair and read his book until he heard the Hokage call for him. Kakashi-san, help Naruto pick out some clothes for his training and the others too. Kakashi got up and walked over to Naruto, who was looking at random clothing. Naruto, I'll let you pick your clothing, but the color must be dark, do you understand? Kakashi ordered. I liked the feeling I had, ordering gakis, brats, around. No wonder Sensei loved to order us around. Kakashi continued to read as Naruto looked at all the different types of clothing. Hi Sensei, Naruto replied, then continued to walk around the store. Dark colors. Nanny! All the clothes are way too big for me. Naruto had been walking around for a couple of minutes while the adults did their own business, talking stories, jokes, and for Kakashi, giggling every 3 pages. Naruto walked back to the Hokage, Aji-san. All the clothes are too big for me, the Hokage, and Kazuki looked back at the blonde boy. Hokage-sama. I know it is none of my business, but why is a young child like Naruto-kun looking for shinobi equipment? Kazuki asked as he raised an eyebrow. Gomen nasai, Kazuki-san, but it is up to Naruto-kun to tell you. It is supposed to be a secret, but since you were close to the man I will make an exception. The Hokage looked at Kazuki with very serious eyes. Kazuki-san, I trust you because I heard you were my Ota-san's friend. Naruto also gave him an identical look which made Naruto look very mature for his age, as he was. Kazuki was very confused when Naruto mentioned about him being his father's friend. I'm sorry Naruto-kun, but I have no idea who your Ota-san is. But you do remind me of Era. Kazuki stopped as he finally figured out who his father was. The shop was silent as Kazuki stared at the fox boy. Why didn't I see it? The same blonde hair, those pure blue eyes, and his attitude. He could act like an innocent child then turn into a wise child. Just like his father, well, the child part anyway. Kazuki got himself together. Gomen Naruto-kun, I will keep his secret and thank you for informing me about this. Erasure and I were like best friends. As for the clothing, just take the ones you want and pay for it. In about 2 to 3 days I will have the clothing you wanted cut down. Arigato Kazuki-san, I'll get right on it. Naruto gave a happy foxy grin and turned around ready to move. Sadly he collided with something, well, more like someone. Oof. Both voices were heard as the 2 bodies landed on the floor and a box containing weapons fell with them as the other person was holding it. Kazuki watched as Naruto and his daughter collided with each other. Tenten, Naruto. You guys okay? A girl looking no older than Naruto sat as she rubbed her butt from the contact with the hard floor. I'm alright too, san. Naruto got up as he saw the girl. She had chocolate brown eyes. Her black hair was tied into 2 buns which made her look like a little panda. She wore a little salmon-colored sleeveless Chinese-styled shirt, regular, non-shinobi, shorts, and regular sandals. Suma-mason, sorry, I guess I wasn't looking. I was in a rush. Naruto held out his hand, smiling at the girl called Tenten. Tenten looked on as the little boy about her age held out his hand to help her. She grabbed his hand as he got back onto her feet. It's alright, Tenten replied and looked at her father who called her. What's with the hurrying? Kazuki asked his daughter. His daughter gave a nervous smile and laugh. Kazuki sighed, mumbling something about overactive children who love to play with dangerous weapons. Now I told you about running around with the weapons, it's dangerous. For that I'll think of a punishment. Kazuki looked at her daughter. Tenten stood there nervously as she waited for her punishment. Your punishment will be to help Naruto with his shopping around here. Kazuki pointed to Naruto. Naruto smiled and waved at Tenten. Tenten stared at Naruto, which made him very nervous. Two-san, what does he need at a shinobi shop? He looks about the same age as me. Her father chuckled. Well, basically he will need some shinobi clothing, kunais, shurikens, and other shinobi essentials. Nanny, isn't he far too young? I can't even own these things. And I know all about ninja weapons. Tenten raised her voice, which had a tone of jealousy. The Hokage chose to speak now. Gomen Tenten-san, there is a very good excuse as to why Naruto-kun will own the weapons. But you must promise not to tell anyone this reason unless Naruto-kun says otherwise. Tenten nodded as she really wanted to find out why a boy about her age was allowed to use weapons and she wasn't. She handled weapons every day and learned so much about them. But here comes another kid who even the Hokage allows to handle weapons as if he was a shinobi. Naruto-kun's Ota-san was a very close friend of mine and also to your too-san. though when he died during the Kyuubi's attack. When he died, he left his will asking for Naruto-kun to receive training from Kakashi-san. The Hokage pointed to Kakashi and continued. When he unlocked his bloodline, since I'm the Hokage and owe a whole lot to his Oto-san, I will carry out his will even if Naruto-kun is young as he is now. Tenten frowned. I understand his position. But why can't I tell anyone about this? It doesn't sound like a scandal or anything. Is training a child with live weapons that bad? No, it isn't, but the danger is in who Naruto-kun's Oto-san is. His father was the Yondaime, the fourth Hokage, Kazama Erasure. Tenten's eyes widened as she slowly turned to Naruto and stared. Naruto gave her a flash of his foxy grin as he was feeling kind of nervous. Son, Yondaimes? Tenten was unable to properly speak her sentence as she continued to look at Naruto, who forced a nervous chuckle. The Hokage made it very clear as to why she had to keep this information a secret. I repeat, do not tell anyone about this. I will allow your Ka-san to know about this, but that is all. For if this became common information, the Yondaime's enemies may come and attack the village. That would put everyone in danger. Understand? Tenten slowly nodded her little head as she understood. Hi, Hokage-sama. Naruto slowly walked up to Tenten as she still continued to stare at him. The innocent blonde stood in front of Tenten. He poked her, trying to get her attention, and called out to her. Hey! Snap out of it. Me being his son is not that big of a deal. Naruto shrugged his shoulders. His face gave off a whatever look. Tenten finally snapped out of it as she nodded, but still felt a slight feel of shock in her. That's better. So can you help me, Panda-chan? Kazuki burst into a full fit of laughter when Naruto called her Panda-chan. He did too, notice with his daughter's hair styled the way it reminded him of a panda bear. The Hokage barely managed to hold in his laughter, though he let out a mild chuckle at most. Even Kakashi gave his attention towards the two children. He too gave a small laugh, then returned to his book. Tenten was not happy. She glared at Naruto and took a very deep breath. Nanny! I don't care whose son you are. Nobody calls me Sendo Tenten a frickin' panda. That is like calling me a fat, hairy, lazy, living blob of fur. Is that what you are calling me? Tenten screamed in Naruto's face. Though Naruto didn't intentionally mean to insult her, he apologized nonetheless. Gomen nasai. Naruto bowed continually with every word. He followed up with his continuation of his apology. Gomen nasai. But I meant no insults towards you. When I saw you I did, though think of a panda bear. Tenten growled at Naruto when he said that, but continued anyway. But that doesn't mean I think you're fat, or hairy, or lazy, or whatever. I think pandas are really cute bears as they lay around all day. They are also pretty smart for an animal. So in my opinion I think your hair buns make you look really cute, and since your father allowed you to help me you must be very smart with shinobi-related things. Naruto finished as he flashed a very innocent foxy grin at Tenten. Silence came over the store. Tenten stood there blushing from what Naruto had said. He told me I was cute and smart. Tenten kept her attention towards the ground as she tried to hide her blush. The blush did not go unnoticed by the older men. Kazuki smirked at his daughter. I have got to tell Kana, wife, about this later. Kazuki snickered as he also thought about teasing his daughter about this. The Hokage silently laughed as he remembered Erasure doing the same things Naruto did. Only different was Naruto had charmed a girl way earlier than Erasure did. Arashi-kun, your son has already surpassed you in one aspect. Charming girls. Old man Hokage's laughter slightly escaped as he could see an older Naruto running from rapid fangirls. Kakashi smirked under his mask. You're even better than Sensei was, and he actually tried. But you Naruto simply laid it on smoothly without you knowing. Kakashi giggled very perversely, thinking about the girls that Naruto could attract. Arigato, Naruto-san. I'm sorry for screaming at you earlier. Tenten bowed but was stopped as Naruto raised his hand as a signal of stopping. No need, Tenten-san, was it? Hi. Naruto smiled as he at least got her name. Alright Tenten-san, no need to apologize, as I had no right in calling you a panda. I didn't even think if you would take it the wrong way. Gomen. Naruto bowed once more. Tenten just stood there watching the boy. She silently stood there waiting, thinking about what to do next. Hi. Now that I'm working, Hokage-sama is very busy. Go on, help Naruto-kun now. Kazuki ordered as he pushed the two children into the clothing area. Clothing area. Tenten and Naruto stood next to each other, as they stayed silent for a minute. Tenten felt a little uncomfortable after the little scene with Naruto. But the said fox boy wasn't. He simply was thinking what type of clothing he wanted. Ano, what kind of clothing would you want? I don't think we have anything for your size. Tenten broke the silence. Naruto's head snapped up. I asked what kind of clothing you wanted, but I don't think we have anything in your size. Tenten repeated. Oh, Kazuki-san said I should just pick out what I wanted and he would cut them down for me in about 2 to 3 days, Naruto said while scanning the clothing. Alright then, anything specific? Naruto turned to Tenten. Not really, all Sensei said was to choose dark colors. Alright, then let's just have you try someone even if they won't fit. Let's go, Naruto-san. The two children went through all kinds of clothing. They finally settled with a set. Finally, after an hour of searching for the right clothing, the two children came back to the adults. Naruto walked up to Kazuki with his sets of clothing. He chose a black shinobi fishnet shirt, a long-sleeved very dark blue jacket, black shinobi pants, and dark blue shinobi sandals. Here you go, Kazuki-san. Naruto handed the clothes to him. Then he noticed the bags around the Hokage and Kakashi. Aji-san? What's in the bags? Naruto looked at the bags and opened them. Inside were all the other items he needed, from kunais, shurikens, exploding tags, fish wire, medical kit, some heavy straps, and a couple of orange books. Naruto gave the two men weird looks. Do leaf neens really need those kinds of books? Kakashi shrugged while the Hokage pointed towards Kakashi. Anyways, arigato for getting most of the gear that I need. Kazuki-san, so I'll come by to pick up my clothing in 3 days? Kazuki shook his head. No way, come back in 2. Naruto smiled. Arigato, Kazuki-san. With all things finished, the group left the shop. Arigato, Tenten-san. Naruto waved at Tenten, who smiled back. By Naruto-kun, Kazuki watched as one of his best friend's sons left. With Naruto's group. Naruto, we will leave in a week, but I want you to start now with conditioning. I saw you running early this morning and I was impressed with your stamina. It's not every day that a 6-year-old child can run for 2 hours straight. So I want you to use these. Kakashi reached into the bag and pulled out the heavy straps that Naruto saw earlier. Weights. By the time we leave, your stamina will probably be a high genin. Naruto suddenly remembered about his newfound abilities he got from Kyuubi. Arigato. But I could have gone longer if I hadn't done all those other exercises before I started running. The Hokage and Kakashi looked at the blonde child as he played with the weights Velcro. Naruto-kun, what do you mean by, you could have gone longer? The Hokage asked while Kakashi raised his visible eyebrow. Simple, just like my rapid healing abilities. I have gained 2 more abilities that will definitely be very useful during all my training and more. Naruto lectured to the older men. And what would those new abilities be, Naruto-kun? Both men were very curious about his abilities. Naruto nodded as he began to explain. Well, I have 2 simple but very useful abilities. One is my ability to need less sleep to become fully rested. The other is I have much more stamina. The Hokage was very impressed with Naruto's new abilities and he was right, they are very useful. Naruto-kun, how much sleep do you need? Naruto thought for a second, as he was trying to remember what time he awoke. I don't know, I usually sleep around 10 o'clock and early this morning I awoke around, 2 am, and I have to say it was the best sleep that I ever had. Yup, that's it. Naruto smiled like the child he was. The Hokage seemed to become more impressed by the fact that this young boy will only need 4 hours to become completely rejuvenated, as if he was sleeping for a day. Well, that's good, and also explains why you were out early running today. Kakashi thought it would be useful as Naruto could get in some extra practice. But then something hit him. Naruto, what did you do in the 2 extra hours before you started to run? Naruto looked at Kakashi. Oh, I was just doing some push-ups, sit-ups, and squats in the first hour non-stop with 50 sets each. Then into the next hour I got bored, so I began to do that holy chair stamina test and some jump rope directly after my workout before. After that hour I decided to go directly for a run to see that I wasn't even slightly winded yet. Naruto answered them as if his workout was just a walk to his mailbox. And Naruto? Tell me that you're lying. Kakashi raised his voice but kept it controlled enough to not gain some attention. The Hokage also wanted to know if he was lying. Yes, Naruto-kun, please tell us you're lying. Naruto looked at the two as if they were trying to kill a healthy bird by throwing it off a cliff. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. You don't like my abilities, do you? Naruto sadly said. He could feel the tears starting to come out of his eyes. His face showed a face of unhappiness, not a childish sad face but the face of being rejected by his closest people. Naruto looked down, trying to stop the tears from flowing. He gripped his hands into a tight fist. Naruto was about to turn around and run away until he felt the old man hug him. The Hokage saw the blonde boy took his answer the wrong way. How would Naruto think he would not like anything Naruto did? He was like a grandson to him. Hell, no matter what anybody says, he is his grandson. The Hokage went down and hugged his grandson. No, I don't like Naruto-kun. I could never hate anything you do. You suffered too much now. You are like a grandson to me, so stop crying, the Hokage said as he let go of the crying boy. Kakashi stepped closer towards the boy after the Hokage let go. He raised his hand and ruffled the boy's spiky blonde hair. Naruto, you have indeed gone through too much, and I could not do anything about it. You were my sensei's son. Your father treated me like one of his sons. He supported me in my childhood when I was on his team. I too grew up an orphan, and I have him to thank for taking place as a father figure. So in a way we are like brothers, so stop crying, Ototo younger brother. Kakashi smiled under his mask, but Naruto could feel him smiling and smiled back. He understood that they did not hate him, or his abilities. Arigato, Aji-san, Kakashi-sen's, Aniki. Naruto and the two men continued to walk towards where Naruto claims to be heaven, Ichiraku's ramen stand. Time skip. It has been 6 days since Naruto went to his real home. By this point, he had told Sakura and Ino about his leave and explained why. But instead of saying who his father was, he told them the Hokage wanted him to keep his identity a secret for a while. Needless to say, the girls were very angry and sad. Mostly Sakura was sad and Ino of course was angry, very angry. So every day they played with each other as much as they could. As a going away present, Ino and Sakura pulled their money together and bought Naruto a dark red scarf. It was a little big, but since they did not know when Naruto would return, they all thought he would grow into it. Naruto told them they wouldn't be able to see him, but unfortunately, Kakashi informed him that they will leave when Naruto awakes, which is pretty damn early. But he told girls he will make it up to them when he returns, he promised. During the nights, Naruto studied from Kyubi. She had taught him more about chakra, demonstrated how to use chakra, explained chakra control, and even taught him how to lower his chakra levels. Though he could not do them in his Mindscape, he knew when he started his training tomorrow, he would be way ahead than what Kakashi expects. Naruto also learned about his mother. Apparently she was one of the greatest kunoichi. She was known to have an affinity towards lightning. Her name was Reiko Inagawa. She was an only child of an average family from Konoha. She was the last of her family. They were not a clan but were very close with the council. When Erashir and Reiko got married, only Jiraiya, the Hokage, and Kakashi were informed and were told to keep it a secret. Random part of the forest close to a river. Naruto awoke from his nap under a tree. Darn, must have dozed off. Not surprised though. If it wasn't for these weights I wouldn't be so tired. But waking up early in the morning and doing my workouts, then running the full 2 hours and finishing up with playing with Ino-chan and Sakura-chan will pay off later. Naruto stood up while feeling the ache in his muscles. He ended the pain like the man he will soon grow into and began to walk home. When I get home I guess I should go straight to sleep, Kakashi-sensei, and I will leave at 1 a.m. Naruto continued to walk until he heard some voices close towards the river. By the river, two men are seen staring at each other. Both had raven black hair, one had coal black eyes and was dressed in a black shirt, black vest which had a weird red and white circle picture in the back, and dark blue shinobi pants. The other was an Anbu with a taka, hawk mask on. The masked man decided to begin talking. So Shursui, why have you called for me? The man known as Shursui answered back, I need something from you, Itachi. The Anbu member known as Itachi took off his mask which also revealed cold black eyes. What is it then, You are my best friend. I would do anything. Shursui smirked when he said the words, you are my best friend. That's right. As you two, Itachi now looked confused as to what he meant by that. Shursui, so what do you want from me? A dark aura surrounded Shursui as his face now showed no emotion. I want your life. Shursui charged for Itachi, throwing a punch towards his face. Itachi ducked as he dodged the oncoming assault. Shursui, what the hell are you doing? Itachi yelled at Shursui, but his reply was another punch. Shursui growled as he missed once again. Keep still. Shursui's aura flared up once again as strange markings began to make way, covering his entire body. What the hell happened to you? Itachi screamed as he had never seen a technique like it. Shursui laughed as he jumped back from Itachi. Itachi, you have always been the center of attention. You are a born genius, a prodigy, and possibly you are going to be the greatest Uchiha of all. Itachi's anger now began to surface. What? Jealousy, greed, power. That is what you want. Naruto watched intently as the events unfolded. He was in a very dangerous situation right now, but luckily for him, the two fighters were so focused on each other to notice his presence. Shursui began to laugh as he activated his Sharingan, which only increased the aura. Yes, I want all of those, but to gain that I must also gain the Uchiha clan's greatest power. Itachi couldn't believe what he was hearing. This man, the very man he considered a brother, a best friend to both, had sold him out for power. Katon, Gakakyu! Shursui blew out a giant fireball as it headed towards Itachi. Itachi braced himself as the ball engulfed his body. Shursui smirked as he awaited for the Mangekyo's Sharingan to appear in his eyes. Suddenly he heard someone yell, Katon, Housenka no Jutsu. Itachi appeared above Shursui, already exhaling the air he collected, and blew out multiple balls of fire. Shursui growled again as he barely dodged each attack. What happened to you, and what's this dark technique you are using? Itachi demanded some answers. To put it simply, I got tired being compared to you, so one day met this man. He told me that he could greatly increase my power. But my power would only increase if I survived the seal he gave me. Itachi now wanted to know who gave him this power. It had corrupted Shursui's mind. Who? Tell me who, damn it! Itachi appeared in front of Shursui, with his now activated Sharingan. Itachi tried to bash his fist into Shursui's face. The man in front of him now was not the friend he knew before. Katon, Ryuka no Jutsu. Fire suddenly surrounded the two ninjas as they continued to have a taijutsu match. Who did it? Itachi yelled. Shursui evilly laughed. Oh, let's just say, Snake helped me out. A snake? Itachi said to himself, but it was enough for him to be distracted and get hit in the stomach. Baka, how could the great Itachi get distracted by a snake? Itachi jumped back, but his earlier jutsu kicked in. Flames surrounded only him this time as beams of flames now shot towards Shursui. Damn it, don't tell me you got help from Orochimaru? Itachi growled as he intensified the flames. The Uchiha prodigy finally gets it, Shursui stated mockingly. Naruto continued to watch as the fight progressed. Shit, I'm too scared to move. But it's too dangerous to stay. Naruto was frozen in his spot when one of the flame beams almost got him. Shursui threw a kunai at Itachi and created a shadow clone while Itachi was busy with the kunai. Itachi caught the kunai and threw it back towards Shursui. Shursui dodged the kunai but was caught by surprise when Itachi appeared behind him with his Anbu katana drawn and brought his blade to his neck. Give up! Shursui smirked and poofed into nothing. A bunshin? Itachi looked around while he kept his guard up, waiting for the next strike. Katon, Karya Enden! Shursui blew a streak of fire in the shape of a dragon at Itachi. The young Anbu jumped up and barely dodged the flame dragon. Shursui also jumped and decided he would finish this important fight. The Mangekyo is mine! Shursui drew a kunai in each hand. Itachi prepared his blade. Itachi poured chakra into his katana, which made it start to emit small flames, as did Shursui with his kunais. Itachi came crashing down onto the jumping Shursui. Both weapons clashed as the heat increased. Suddenly Shursui did the unexpected, he let the katana through his guard. Oh! Itachi widened as he struck his own best friend. The two ninjas were now on the ground as Shursui collapsed. Itachi, knowing the gash across Shursui's body told him it was the end, ran towards Shursui. Shursui, I'm sorry! All of the strange markings around Shursui had disappeared and he looked like he reverted back to himself. Cough, Itachi, sorry about all this. Cough. Itachi tried to heal him but he knew no medical jutsus. No Shursui, don't talk, I'll get you to the hospital. Shursui smiled. Listen, Orochimaru used some kind of, cough, weird seal which did give me power but he, cough, did it forcefully on me. He used me, cough, to get you away from the clan. He is planning to, cough, slaughter the clan and use your brother as one of his pets. He wouldn't choose, cough, you, because you are stronger than your father now. Shursui laughed as he thought about Itachi kicking Fugaku's ass. Come on, I'll get you to the hospital then save our clan, Itachi said as he tried to lift Shursui, but Shursui stopped him. Too late for me, I can see the Mangekyo forming already, cough, you wasted enough time as it is. Go now and cough. Beat his senseless, no one brainwashes me and lives. Get him, Itachi. Itachi gripped his fist and did something he never did as a shinobi, he cried. In anger he stood up and very quickly headed towards the Uchiha compound. Now the only living thing around was Naruto. He was still in the same place as he was, but heard every word Shursui said. Another life ruined by Orochimaru. I've got to tell Aji-san, but I'm nowhere fast enough. Naruto didn't know what to do until, shit. That Itachi guy looked pissed and probably will attract a lot of attention at the Uchiha place, so maybe the Hokage will be there. Feeling refreshed, Naruto ran towards the Uchiha compound. Uchiha compound. Itachi! What the hell did you do? Fugaku yelled as Itachi was surrounded by dead Uchiha bodies. Itachi laughed as he pointed his bloody katana at Fugaku. I killed them and you are next, ku. Fugaku activated his Sharingan, but before he could strike back, Itachi's katana pierced his heart. As you dying, I would like to tell you that I'm not Itachi. Fugaku had only enough strength to say one name as Itachi lifted the genjutsu that the Sharingan could not detect. Orochimaru. Fugaku's body went limp as Orochimaru tossed his body aside with all the other bodies. Orochimaru laughed at all the destruction and left. He did not want to plant the genjutsu, curse seal, on Sasuke yet. He wanted to feed him hunger for power, and show him he could give it to him. With all the destruction complete, he left as if he was never there. Itachi burst through the door just a second later. What he saw was literally hell on earth for him. All around the compound were his family and friends, but three people were won his mind: Sasuke, Satsuki, Okasan. At that moment, Sasuke walked into the compound. He stopped and saw the scene before him. Ayaniki, what happened? Sasuke asked while not taking his eyes off Itachi. Sasuke. You're okay. Itachi was about to hug his brother, but as he drew forward, Sasuke took a step back. You killed them. Itachi stopped dead in his tracks. Sasuke. I would never. What happened to Satsuki Ne-chan? Sasuke interrupted him. Sasuke. Listen to me, it wasn't me. Stay away. Sasuke took a couple of steps back. Hokage Tower, OJISN. Let me know if it's important. Naruto ran into the tower and made it all the way to just outside of the Hokage's office. Naruto-kun, please calm down, the secretary asked as she tried to get him to calm down. Gomen Ne-chan, but I need to tell Aji-san about something, Naruto yelled as the Hokage finally walked out of his office with a squad of ANBU members, including Kakashi. Naruto-kun, what the hell is wrong with you? I thought I taught you manners. The old man went into parent mode. Naruto grumbled. Aji-san, I'll apologize later, but sorry Naruto-kun, I raised you and I expect you to act more mannered than th. Naruto interrupted the Hokage. Orochimaru, Uchiha compound, Naruto yelled at the Hokage. The Hokage quickly understood. ANBU, head towards the Uchiha compound and also call as many ANBUs as possible. Hi Hokage-sama. The squad disappeared in a blur save for Kakashi. Naruto-kun, explain, the Hokage ordered as Naruto told him about the events. Naruto-kun, stay here while I deal with the snake, the Hokage said as he was about to take off. No, I need to experience the real thing for my training, Naruto said with a very serious look. This is not some kind of test. the Hokage yelled for the boy's safety. I don't care. Once my training starts, I will always be in danger. Fine. Be careful, Kakashi. The boy is under your responsibility. Hi. Kakashi now went into a very serious attitude. The three left as Naruto was being carried by Kakashi. Uchiha compound. The ANBU arrived at the compound and saw the two boys. One was on his knees looking at the older boy. Uchiha Itachi. What is the meaning of this? One of the ANBU members said while the rest got into defensive positions. Itachi looked at the ANBU members and saw more come. Wait. It wasn't me. One of the ANBU members quickly charged Itachi, not even thinking about the other Uchiha, Sasuke. Itachi, thinking about his brother's safety, kicked Sasuke out of the way. The ANBU members took the kick as an assault towards the child and began to join in the fray, except for one ANBU who saw the situation. Nico, remember, Cat Mastugao. Stand down, she screamed, but with all the chaos her voice was drowned out. Itachi held off most of the ANBUs while knocking some of the members out. With the earlier battle's damage, Itachi started to feel the effects of two giant battles. Itachi was kicked in the chest as he skidded back into a wall. With the loss of air keeping Itachi from moving, a couple of ANBU members went for the kill. Katon, Kakakyu! Multiple giant fireballs closed in on the helpless Itachi. Shit, my chakra is almost empty. Damn, all this was just from one goddamn snake. Itachi waited for his end. Doton, Dora Kageshi! A voice was heard as a giant wall came up from the ground and intercepted the fire jutsu. The impact from all the fire jutsu colliding caused a giant mist made of smoke. All action stopped as everyone waited to see the outcome of Uchiha Itachi. The smoke began to clear as everyone saw three figures. Halt! Cease the fighting now! A thunderous voice was heard and all present knew who it was. Hokage-sama, Uchiha Itachi is being charged for murdering his clan. One ANBU stated. The Hokage glared at the ANBU member. Did you see him carry out the murder or at least attempt? Hi, he attacked Uchiha Sasuke when we came, another ANBU said, trying to defend all the ANBU members. Liars! Itachi-sen only attacked Sasuke to save his very brother. You were the one to strike first without thinking about the other Uchiha's safety, Nico yelled as she was disgusted by some of the ANBU members, changing the story to protect their spots in the ranks. Where is Sasuke now? The Hokage asked as one of the ANBUs pointed to a child in a corner out cold. Get some medical needs over here and look for any survivors. The Hokage ordered the entire ANBU squads. He turned to Itachi who was being treated by a medical ANBU specialist. Hokage-sama, arigato for saving me, Itachi said to the Hokage. He was very appreciative for how he lived through this day. The Hokage smiled. I may have done the jutsu, but it was Naruto-kun who warned me about all this. Itachi tilted his head to the side. Naruto? That little blonde kid? Itachi asked as the Hokage nodded. Naruto saw Itachi looking at him and walked closer to Itachi. Oh hail, Uchiha-sama. Naruto, as the little child he was, greeted Itachi with a smile that could cheer up anyone. Oh hail, Uzumaki-san. Naruto's smile turned into a frown. No need for formalities with me. Just Naruto, or if you must add the suffix, use san or even kun. I don't really care about it. Naruto's smile soon returned with Itachi smiling back. Alright, Naruto-san. But only if you call me Itachi-san. Also Naruto nodded. Itachi-san? You are really strong. You took on all these ANBU members and even beat that Shursui guy. Itachi's eyes widened when Naruto mentioned Shursui. How? Naruto grinned. I saw your flight earlier and heard everything. I'm surprised you both didn't sense me. I guess you must have been too concentrated with the fight. Itachi looked at the little 6-year-old child. He is right. I was so worked up with the fight I lost sight of my surrounding. Itachi thought as he heard Naruto call for him again. Itachi-san, how are you so strong? You look so young yet you took on all these ANBU members. Itachi smiled. Well, you see, I worked up so much anger towards Orochimaru after my first fight, and when I saw this place it only added more fuel to the fire. When the ANBU attacked, I channeled most of that anger to defend myself. Naruto was very interested. He wanted as much useful tips as he could get. Arigato for the tip. Naruto bowed. Itachi smirked. Screw the bowing. But anyway, channeling your anger and other emotions can be a real difference maker in a fight. Be warned though, don't let your emotions get the best of you, especially anger. It could lead you to making a hot-headed decision which could end in disaster. Itachi finished with a serious tone. Hokage-sama, we found 2 survivors. Nico yelled towards the Hokage. Itachi got up as quickly as he could. Who are they? Nico appeared in front of Itachi with the Hokage, Naruto, and Kakashi next to him. We found Uchiha Mikoto and her daughter, Satsuki. Itachi, I'm sorry, but those are the only survivors besides Sasuke. Itachi hated the fact the majority of his clan was slaughtered, but most of his own family survived. Arigato. Take them to the hospital. Nico dismissed. Hokage ordered. He then turned to Itachi. So what are you going to do now? Itachi looked at his surroundings. He felt anger every time he saw the compound littered with bodies of his clan. The bodies can disappear, but the memory will not. I don't know. Itachi answered. I need to clear my head. I need to leave and keep my mind on something else for a while. He continued. I think I have a perfect mission for you. The Hokage smiled at Itachi. What kind of mission? Itachi was very intrigued by the Hokage's statement. I want you to train someone in Kenjutsu for me. Itachi raised an eyebrow. It depends who, and if I accept, I must inform you that my knowledge with the katana is nowhere near of a master. I'm a high chunin at best. The Hokage understood. It doesn't matter as long as he learns the basics. So who is he? Itachi asked. The Hokage pointed to the left of Itachi. Itachi's eyebrow twitched once, not from anything bad, but from surprise. I want you to teach Naruto-kun. Itachi asked the same question as someone would if they saw a 6-year-old going to be trained. Isn't he a little young? The Hokage nodded but answered his question. Hi. But his father left a will for him which asked Naruto-kun to receive training when he unlocked his bloodline, and which bloodline would that be? The Hokage looked around to see if anyone was listening. He whispered Kyushugan. Itachi's eyes widened. A lot. But wasn't that bloodline only belong to the Yondaeme's clan? Itachi asked as he was one of the few who knew about it. The Hokage smiled as he let Itachi figure it out by himself. Then that means, he is Yondaeme's son. The Hokage nodded as Itachi seemed to finally see the resemblance. The resemblance is very strong, but the villagers are too stuck up with the QB deal to notice. I accept, Hokage-sama. I owe Naruto a great deal. If he hadn't warned you about this, I may have been dead. The Hokage smiled at Itachi's answer. Naruto-kun, I have found someone who can help you learn about Kenjutsu. Naruto looked at the old man. Who, Aji-san? Itachi walked up to Naruto and smiled. Me? Think of this as a way of warning the Hokage about this whole deal, or I might have become a missing nin, or even worse, died. Naruto smiled and hugged Itachi. Yada. Now I can learn to use a weapon like that katana on your back, right? Itachi gave the 6-year-old boy a small noogie. Actually, you will learn about katana. Naruto was happy he could fulfill another of his father's will. But he remembered something. Itachi-sensei, this is great, but I don't have a katana. Kakashi finally spoke up while slipping of his Anbu katana. Here, Naruto. I really didn't use it much but kept the blade in great condition. When you master it, I will let you change the hilt and guard. Naruto was now in tears and creating rivers. He jumped onto Kakashi. Arigato, arigato, arigato. Once Naruto finally calmed down, the Hokage informed them that instead of leaving at midnight, they will leave in an hour. The reason is to give Itachi more time to clear his mind. The hour had finally come. The 3 were now leaving. Kakashi wore a Jounin uniform, while Itachi used his Anbu clothing save for the mask. He left that in the village. Finally, Naruto wore his clothing from the Sendo ninja shop. Also, he wore his large scarf around his neck. It covered the bottom half of his face like Kakashi's face mask. His new katana was tied around his back. It was a little too big, but it didn't matter. Naruto turned around to say goodbye for now as he left with his 2 new sensei and promised to return soon.